Hello and welcome to a very special one shot of Court of Cups for PAX Online. I'm so excited to introduce you to a slice of our chronicle as well as our coterie. But before we get into it, let's introduce who our vampires are, as well as who they play. See what I did there?
I get it.
Take it away, Tabitha.
My name is Tabitha Sheehan. I work for Child's Play Charity. I play Ulrika Draeger, and she is a hacker. She's goth, and she's charismatic.
Lidija.
I'm Lidija Piper. I work for Penny Arcade. I play Dr. Charlotte Lamb, who is a Mycavian, a psychiatrist, and likes organs. Oh, and also Beige Mercedes is her car, which is very important.
So she's an organ player.
Yeah.
She dabbles.
Dabbles.
I get it.
She's very. You always make puns. That was my chance. Holly.
Hello, I'm Holly. I am on the internet as Holly Conrad or We Crowing Heads. I play Elizabeth Wonder, who is a vampire wine mom who hates Starbucks.
And Patrick.
Hi, my name is Patrick Groome, and I play Dogfood, the gangrel brawler who could be taller. I do one of these every time. It's a real treat for everyone. All my friends appreciate me.
You should leave your own house right now. Just because of that.
Walk away.
Yeah.
No,
just get out universally.
Do you want to hear the B-roll for this?
Yes.
Okay, so the other one was, I play Dogfood of Clan Gangrel, who would like to remind you that you can't spell inability to form healthy relationships without ability.
That was way too long.
Yeah. I know. No, it doesn't work. Let's crack on. Let's do it.
Let's move past that as quickly as we can before, everyone clicks off this video.
Yeah.
I am Jasmine, that bronze girl Bhullar, and I will be your storyteller for this evening. So, we come upon our coterie in a place that is their haven, a place that is safest and most comfortable to them. A tiny little unpretentious cafe in the Ballard district, I think district is the right word, of Seattle, called Court of Cups. It's very unassuming in its appearance, and unlike the denizens inside, does not look nearly as sinister from the outside. It's a very quiet evening, your average Seattle evening. The sun has just set, darkness is falling. It's got that nice, cool Pacific Northwest air. Not cold enough to be winter, but it has that promise of fall in it, that little zing that we've all come to love. You can smell it in the air. The season is changing. And as we enter through the front door of our cute little unpretentious cafe and come into the back, we find the coterie assembled in the good Dr. Charlotte Lamb's office. And sitting there, they are holding in their hand a letter that they have just received. A letter from none other than the prince that they serve as marshals.
Ooh. Okay. So who gets to open it? Have we nominated
I'm going to open it.
You're going to open it? You're the official letter opener?
Yes, I have a letter opener.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I would just tear it apart. I'm going to defer to the person with the best tools for the job.
I open it with a letter opener very nicely.
Mm-hmm. The paper is really good quality.
I like that.
You appreciate it as your letter opener slides across it. It's nice. It's a nice thick envelope. Good, quality paper. It has a nice heft to it. And the piece of paper you pull out from inside, same thing. You can feel the texture of the paper on your fingers, and it almost naturally unfolds because it's nice and stiff. Good quality paper, good weight. And as it does so, you read on the top, from the desk of, and it dawns on you that this letter was not written by the prince himself, although it came from his office, but by one of the many people who work for him. Yeah, a little bit of a debate.
Yeah.
The letter reads, "Good evening, fellow Licks. It just so happens that our dear beloved prince has found himself indisposed to take care of a prior engagement. He's left town to deal with business, but he has also promised the Prince of Bellevue to house sit for him while he is also away. As his marshals, now is your chance to prove yourselves. You must go to the prince's house. You must water his plants, make sure nothing is amiss, feed the dogs, and come back.
All right.
Is this a
I
joke?
got shotgun on feeding the dogs.
I'm gonna hand it. I'm gonna hand it to everyone else and just be like, I think this is a joke.
No, this seems like
We
an
couldn't
important job.
possibly.
It involves 2 princes. 2 princes who adore us.
No.
That's what I said now.
They're just asking for us to do a friendly house sitting visit. I don't think we could possibly screw this up.
Does it say anything on there about like special dietary requirements for the dogs? What kind of dogs they are? What kind of toys they like? If they're good boys or girls?
Does
Do
it
they
say
get on
anything
with?
about if they're good boys and girls?
It doesn't.
It says,
the letter
it says
ends
feed the
there.
dogs, but there are a number of different dietary requirements for dogs depending on breed and temperament.
Well, if you're going to go about the dogs, also there's plants. Some plants require waterings at different times, different temperatures. Do they need humidity?
This is a pretty serious mission. We're going to have to do some stuff. All right, let's all research. But
I'm not
going to say
Googling
the
on
rest
what
of the night. Okay.
Anything.
I have an enormous amount of dog food. It may surprise you to know. So I can actually bring some with me and not even need to wear down the Prince of Bellevue's supplies.
Wait, how about this? No, I'm just not going to think about this beyond this letter, and we're going to all go and take care of it, and it will take a few moments. Dogfood, you'll make some new friends.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we will never speak of this again, as we are just house sitters for our betters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's fine. I the way you're saying that feels like you're imbuing your words with hidden meaning that you don't like this important task we've been given. But I think this is a real
house, but
this is a real step up for me. I sleep in a hole in the ground, so the idea
that's
of
a choice you made.
House sitting for the Prince of Bellevue is pretty good.
It is a choice, but fine. Does it have a date on there, or which day we need to show up, or when, or
how long?
You get the impression from the letter that this is a one-time gig. Also tucked away inside the envelope, once you take the paper out, if you look inside, is a small card with the address on it. And it instructs you very carefully on the bottom to burn it after you have committed it to memory.
Okay, someone else commit this address to memory.
Okay.
And let's go check it out. I'm gonna bring Bubba, my beloved Ovcharka, who is a good girl. She is colossal and titanic, and filled with love and fangs.
Now, is this before or after? Is this our current timeline? Do we still have Loretta?
Loretta is currently away at her coffee training program.
Okay. All right. Well,
the famed barista.
With the shotgun, green beret. Yeah, she's our barista. She's very good, but she was really bad at making coffee, so we sent her away on a training program. We'll just close the shop for a bit. I'll shuffle out the riffraff, and then we'll get going.
Can I take the actual business card and place it in an actual Rolodex that I have?
You can.
Ooh,
yes.
That's classy.
Breaking the rules.
But that doesn't have the address on it, right? So we have to burn that. Someone's committed this to memory already, right? Because I've already burned the card, so I hope someone has.
I thought the card had the business. I thought the business card is what had the address.
Why did you burn it?
Because it said to burn it.
Oh, you're right. They don't need to know.
Yeah, whatever.
We're already breaking all the rules. I don't like it. This is important to me. I'm an up and comer.
I'm going to go out to the coffee shop and shuffle away all of the people enjoying drinks and things, and say we have to close early because there's a leak in the espresso machine.
A couple of people complain, like, fine. Starbucks down the street went out of business too. I don't know where I'm going to go do my homework now.
Well, you'll come back here.
I'm
Tomorrow.
dead on tune. You can get some grumbling and some shuffling, but they leave.
All right.
They don't push back too hard.
All right. They're all shuffled out. We can leave whenever.
I thought that was going to be our first fight scene. We were going to have to like
Just fight like
physically
fight the
beat our
sad
patrons
student.
unconscious.
Bouncer it up.
Yeah.
Messed up.
All right. So whose car are we taking?
We only have one.
We're taking the beige Mercedes.
Yeah, we
There's
have
always Uber.
I
Just
don't
get in the
think the
car.
prince would appreciate us taking an Uber to their address.
All right, that's fair enough. Okay, we need a car that's sufficiently old and crappy that doesn't have GPS on it, so it can't be tracked.
Exactly.
Like, I'm already at the front honking.
So I let Bubba into the front seat of the Mercedes. I get in the middle because I'm the smallest, and that's being a good friend. Come on, let's go. We got an important
Wait,
mission.
why did you put Bubba in the front seat?
Because Bubba's a good girl. She deserves to go in the front seat.
I'll
She's
get in
she's
the
the
back.
biggest.
With
Anyway.
Bubba in the front seat and the
All of us in
three
the
of you squeezed shoulder to shoulder in the back, half on each other's laps. You drive towards Bellevue. Thankfully, the rush hour traffic has died down in the I-5 corridor, and it doesn't take you too terribly long to get there. It takes you a little bit of time to find some parking, as parking in Bellevue is notoriously difficult given how terrible Bellevue residents are at parking. You
Mhm.
find multiple Teslas double parked, lots
Ugh.
of luxury vehicles with drivers that aren't aware of the dimensions of their own vehicle, parked in all kinds of illegal locations too far into the street. But you managed to find some on-street parking, so you don't even have a meter to feed.
Wow.
Amazing.
You
Fortuitous.
must
knew
have
we
done
were
some pretty
coming.
good roles to do that.
Mhm.
Look at the Mercedes.
Do I know anything about the Prince of Bellevue?
You've heard of him in passing, but he's kind of a elusive character. Somebody that isn't much of a mover or shaker in the community, at least the vampire community that you're familiar with. But you get the impression from the letter that maybe him and the Prince of Seattle go way back.
Okay. So this is still pretty important.
Yeah. Kindred don't often let each other know where their havens are. So for him to trust the Prince of Seattle to house sit for him,
Is it
it's
fair
kind
to
of
suggest
unheard of.
that he became the Prince of Bellevue because no one else really wanted to be the Prince of Bellevue?
It's possible.
All right.
Bellevue is a very small sort of city to have control of, and in terms of its interests for Kindred, it probably doesn't rank very high in terms of what it can offer.
Yeah, I don't think this guy had to fight tooth and nail to own the shopping center. And is there anything else in Bellevue?
Tooth, but not nail.
Maybe not. Yeah, Nell's probably still fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So what does this guy's sweet place look like? Are we talking a palatial mansion?
Yes. There's a very tall cement wall that goes all the way around the outer perimeter, and it's got those like nice black metal spikes along the top of it. You see like in the back, there's like the main entrance with two large gates that the cars come in, and there's like a very large drive. That part's locked, but there is a side entrance, a pedestrian entrance, and that's where you've parked near.
Okay. Right, everyone ready? Everyone going to be on their best behavior? We're probably talking about, maybe there's a butler or someone. We've got to make a good impression. We've got to make a good impression on the dogs, especially.
What did
Dog
you do
food's
with
kind
dog
of full
food?
of dog
Yeah,
food's
did
just
you-
full of like nervous energy.
Did you bring any dog food?
Yeah, of course I bought dog food. What's my whole thing?
Like, are your pockets just filled with it? Where did you put it?
Where
No,
is
I've
it?
got- Yeah, I decanned it and put it in my pockets.
It's
Oh,
in the
that's why
trunk
the-
of the
that's
Oh,
why
you
the
brought
car
wet.
smelled
You
bad.
brought wet food.
Yeah, I just bought wet dog. My pocket and the pocket of my hoodie are just filled with wet dog food. No, I've got it in cans in my rucksack.
I almost believed that for a
I'm
second.
not an
that it was in
animal.
your pockets.
But you are an animal.
Yeah, kind of. But no, I've got all of this. I've got all different kinds of dog food because I own a dog pack, or I don't really own, but I'm friends with a dog pack. So I have a wide variety of dog food should it be needed, and treats and toys. I'm super into dogs. That's kind of my deal.
What is this rucksack?
Did we get any sort of like security code or anything like that? Like that Ulrika need to see?
Yeah, how are we gonna get in this place?
As you walk up to the pedestrian entrance that hits the sidewalk that you've parked on, you do see a keypad, but you also see a thin curl of cigarette smoke not far behind like where the wall kind of curves. You can see it as you're looking at the keypad, like a nice thin bit of cigarette smoke on the other side.
All right. I want to investigate this cigarette smoker.
Okay. How do you do so? Do you try to look over the wall or through the side in the gate?
I'm going to sleep around the side because I'm not very tall.
Okay.
And I don't want to appear comical.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was just going to call out, excuse me.
Yeah, that'll work.
So as Dogfood is kind of looking, trying to get a peek through the side of the gate, you know, you say, excuse me. You hear a voice on the other side. Oh, you finally here?
Well, we didn't get given a time.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to be a bit more clear about that.
And you just see, almost with lightning speed, you see his face peer through the bars at you. A little bit of a cigarette butt hanging out the side of his mouth. And he's like, hey, I'm the one that wrote the letter. I just wanted to make sure you showed up and let you in.
Then
He
why
unlocks
aren't...
the gate.
Well, why did you write the letter? I mean, why don't you take care of these plants and these dogs? Why do we have to do it? Why? I feel like this is a one-person job.
I haven't been working here for 12 years for me to do that type of work. That's your job, Licks.
Okay, follow-up question. How many dogs? What kind of dogs? What kind of food do they like? What are their personalities like? Do we have any...
I don't know. I don't
do we know
live
what
here.
their horoscope... Oh, okay.
I think there's like some type of groundskeeper butler. He's inside. I've just been standing out here. I haven't been inside the house. I don't actually think I'm allowed either.
Oh, what's his name? The butler?
I don't know. Constantine or Con. I just call him Connie.
Okay.
He don't
right,
like
well,
it. But...
Thank you. Thank you for your help. Appreciate the letter. I hope that you give the prince a word of kindness for us and that we showed up on time.
Did we ask who this person is? I forget. Yeah.
He's
Who
just
are
some
you?
guy who works for the Prince of Bellevue.
What do you do?
I said that out loud.
Who are you and what do you do?
Bellevue. I work for the Prince of Seattle.
But what do you do?
Anything he needs me to do.
So why don't you take care of the house?
Well, that's your
He
job.
said he didn't want to.
I got bigger matters to deal with.
All right.
Personally, the prince only took this as like a favor.
So we're gonna water the plants, feed the dogs. I'm gonna need is there anything weird going on here that you'd be willing to tell us about? Like, are these evil plants or
undead dogs?
Vampire dogs?
Have y'all been playing video games? I don't think of anything like that. Listen, the princess told me, make sure you find somebody to feed the dogs and water the plants. I got other business I got to take care of this night. Bigger business above y'all's pay grades.
All right. What was your name again?
My name?
Mm-hmm.
My name is none of your business.
That's a weird name.
Okay, Nanya.
Well,
all right, bye. We're gonna go and talk to the butler then.
all right. Send him my regards.
Okay.
And he
I'm not
steps
send
out
him his regards
and says, close the gate behind you.
You close the gate behind you.
The gate hangs open.
I didn't take to this guy.
Everyone is just being rude to each other, and I just find it very distasteful.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth. I'm nervous. It's made me a little bit grouchy. I apologize.
I understand. You're meeting new dogs. I understand. I suppose we'll go inside. Let's just be wary.
Also, why do we have to be here if the butler's here?
There's a lot of questions that I don't have answers for, and I feel like it might be something bad.
Look, if the butler was looking after the place, then we wouldn't have this great opportunity for social climbing. So let's just count our blessings, water the plants, feed the dogs, Maybe like root around his bathroom cabinet.
I did become a hacker to water plants.
Also, what are video games?
That
Uh,
is something I was also wondering.
Since when does Dogfood care about being a social climber?
Remember the management meetings she's been taking?
I
It's
have
probably
big
something
plans.
to do with that.
I want to be the top information broker in the Seattle Camarilla. You don't get to be the top information broker in the Seattle Camarilla without showing that you can diligently water plants and look after dogs. At least that's my theory.
This is just fascinating, is all. Change of character.
Anyway, something smells fishy to me.
I agree.
That's probably me. Sorry.
There's at least 4 because there's dog food in your pocket. There's at least 4 people or 3 people here that could have done this job before us. And we don't usually get trusted with anything. So let's just go in and see what the deal is.
All right, let's go and knock on this guy's door. I want to meet this butler, Connie.
Okay. I wouldn't call them Connie because that
he doesn't like it?
person's... Well, yeah. I would ask what their name is first.
Okay, that's good feedback. I like that.
Since you're working on your people skills,
yeah,
suddenly.
we're workshopping this plan together. I think I'm quite good with people.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Sure.
So you make your way across the front yard using the garden path. The side of the front yard that you're in actually has an English style garden. The other half has like a bit of a hedge maze, and there's a big drive, a circular drive in the middle that has a couple of fancy cars parked on it. As you walk in through your side pedestrian path, this leads you up to the side of the house, but you can also easily walk up the drive to the front of the house if you so wish.
I feel like we should go up to the front, right? Like we're important. We're here to do a job.
We should go
We're
on the side.
guests.
I'm
Definitely.
going to pick the side.
I will trust you on the etiquette. All right, let's do it.
I mean, the etiquette, I could do an etiquette roll and that would probably be go to the front door, but I don't trust what's happening. So,
Sir,
so we're flanking is what we're doing.
Yeah. I mean, if we want to split the party, you could go to the front door by yourself.
No, that would look weird. Let's go to the tradesman's. As we walk past the English style garden, I'm going to point to everyone and go, "This garden, this is English style. This is how we do them in England."
So you're going to the side of the house.
Yeah.
You come up the side of the house, and sure enough, you see like a large, almost garage-style door where deliveries are brought in for the kitchen, and then next to it, the smell of like I guess like freshly baked bread comes to you as a door sits open with light streaming out of it on the side of this brick building. You hear some bustling inside.
I'm just going to call out, "Hello, anybody? House sitters here?"
An elderly gentleman with a receding hairline comes out. He's wearing oven mitts and has a apron on, and he says to you, "Oh, good day, sirs and ladies. Are you here for taking care of the house?"
Yes, that's us. You must be
Perfect.
Constantine?
Yes. I'm sorry. I was just making myself a little bit of dinner. And he puts his gloves away.
Would you like any? I have some tuna here. I'm just going to reach into my tuna pocket and offer some out.
That won't be required, kind sir. I've managed to make myself a little bit of a pot pie.
We're here to. Hello, I'm Elizabeth Wonder. Nice to meet you, Constantine. I was told that we are to take care of some housekeeping duties.
Yes. Things have gone a bit awry in the past few days, and I'm very grateful for your presence at this time. Please come in. And he holds open like the kitchen door for you.
Okay.
Awry? How do things go awry if it's just plants and dogs?
Plants and dogs.
We were told to water the dogs, feed the plants.
Feed the plants, water the dogs.
Oh, goodness. Well, I guess you could technically say that, the werewolf we keep in the basement broke out of its enclosure.
Okay.
I'm assuming that is what is meant by
feed the dogs.
Feed the dogs. I do suppose some sort of discretion is best in these things when, especially dealing with outside correspondence. And as for watering the garden, well, our grounds, one of our gardeners is on the fritz, and you see, he's been trying to break into the greenhouse, in the left wing of the house, and that is where our master grows his most prized blood roses. And he's trying to play out some kind of strange Alice in Wonderland fantasy. He's trying to paint them white. And if the master comes back and the roses are white and the werewolf is loose, well, I'm not quite sure what he might do to me or to any of the people that he has tasked with keeping his house in good order. And also, there's a flood in the basement. So if you could take it upon yourselves to help me with any or all of these things, I would be much appreciated for dealing with wrangling a werewolf or the gardener is a little bit out of my purview.
So I have a question for the coterie, actually. I'm just going to turn around and go, so which city would you all like to move to next?
I rather like it here, but
I have heard that Portland is sufficiently far away that one can escape a blood hunt.
Why? What about crossing the border into Canada?
Oh, Canada.
I do like the cold weather, and I hear they have Mounties.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard that as well. I've seen them on the show Due South. Yeah, I'm up
We've
for
been
Canada.
tasked with
Should we take a vote? It's a werewolf. It's gonna for sure definitely kill us. Like
I thought you were a dog person.
Yeah, I'm not a werewolf person. I don't think any vampire is a werewolf person.
I'm not willing to move my practice. Just putting that there.
You do have
Okay,
a large.
so we're leaving
Rolodex.
Charlotte. We're leaving Charlotte behind.
No one gets left behind in the coterie. That was our rule. Remember that, and close down Starbucks as soon as we see them.
Yeah.
Oh, please don't abandon me. I beg of you.
No, we're going to help you. First question: why was there a werewolf in the basement?
Yeah, you just keep one.
I don't. That's not something that is usually looked as positively upon.
Well, exactly how much do you know about the prince?
Not that much.
If we showed up thinking there were houseplants and dogs, that should tell you something.
So there aren't going to be dogs?
No.
Oh.
Well, one very large one, I suppose. So the prince, Mortimer, he deals with some of Prince of Seattle's more unsavory business.
Werewolf stuff.
Well,
having a werewolf is very intimidating.
Yes,
that's true. I'm very intimidated.
We're all very intimidated.
We could use the guard.
It was successfully restrained for at least some amount of time. But
so tell us more about this person trying to get to the rose garden.
Yeah, that actually seems more pressing because we need to get to him before he does something.
I don't want to have to wipe off all of those roses.
Kiara.
I wouldn't be wiping off any roses.
You see, the lovely
guy's name
Kiara.
is Fritz? Kiara.
Well, she is she used to perform with our beloved prince back in the day. And later on in life, they became friends again in their unlife, as it were.
Okay.
She used to be a stage actress, and she was embraced, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago, into the clan Malkavian.
That's all I need to know.
Our prince tries to keep her out of trouble and tries to keep her, on the straight and narrow, but unfortunately, he is away and she is having an episode, and I do not know how to calm her down.
So we kill Kiara, feed her to the werewolf.
I was going to suggest to use her
and
as
call
bait,
a plumber.
But we can't do that if she's of value to the prince. That would cause our own demise.
How mad would the prince be if we hurt Kiara?
We are not hurting a person of the Malkavian clan that is having a hard time. Doesn't seem like a good thing to do.
I don't know. I can see the plus sides to it. Let's so what so how is this manifesting this she's gone all loosey goosey, right? She's having a bit of a Malkavian moment and she's trying to paint the roses white.
Yeah.
I watched her run towards the greenhouse with 2 giant buckets of white paint.
We should
All
go
right.
there.
Well, let's run to the greenhouse.
Where was the werewolf last seen? Just so we know to be on the lookout if they're in that area.
Sub-basement 3.
Sub-basement 3.
Sub-basement 3. Wow. You know you're doing all right when you've got sub-basements.
It's true.
Sub-basement 2 is where we've got a little bit of minor flooding. There's some water coming through one of the doors. I try to stay out of the sub-basements.
Is the werewolf contained to sub-basement 3 or will they be able
right
to
now,
break?
yes, but I've heard it pounding on the door.
And I just want to establish this. There's no other dogs.
Dogfood, there's no
Unfortunately,
dogs.
sir.
I bought a lot of dog
Well,
food with
we
me.
can
maybe the
feed that to the werewolf.
like it.
All right. I'm a bit disappointed about the no dogs thing. This is fine. I'll adapt. It's fine. I've got Bubba here with me. Bubba, you're all the dog I need. I love you. You're the second part of my soul. Let's go to the greenhouse and stop this Malkavian then.
Okay.
Well, thank you. I if you need anything to any beverages or refreshments, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to
some
provide.
Blood would definitely hit the spot.
Can I just say
That's
yes? That
what
would be
I
lovely.
meant by refreshments.
Oh, good.
Take a seat in the lobby, and he like points you through the kitchen, and on the other side you see a door that leads to what he has indicated as the lobby, and he says, and I'll bring you some refreshments post.
I tell you what, you get the blood warmed up. We'll head to the greenhouse. We'll come back for a little bit of a sippy before we handle the werewolf.
All
Okay.
right. I'll prepare it in the meantime.
That sounds great.
Good
I
luck,
like
you
it
lot.
microwaved, a little bit of cinnamon.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. All right. Where's the greenhouse, by the way?
If you go through the lobby and you continue down the hallway, there's a door that leads into the back quarters of the house on your left. Take the third door out, and it'll lead you onto the back patio. You'll see the greenhouse.
Okay. Did someone else get that down?
Sure.
Go through the door. Do the thing. Right. I've got it. I'm absolutely nailed it. Let's go.
You make your way through the lobby of this large house. The tile is checkered, black and white, a little dizzying. There's several large paintings. One of them, you assume, is the good Lord Mortimer. He has a very distinguished chiseled face with a goatee and a widow's peak to match. Looks like something out of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, honestly. He's got a cane in the photo and a high collar shirt with one of those old ties that you tie almost into like a bow type of shape. This is like the most noticeable, I guess, accoutrement or decoration that you see in the lobby. There are 2 spiral staircases going up in either direction, leading to the second floor. And there is actually a very old-timey elevator underneath the stairs that you can access from the side that leads to what you assume is the sub-basement. In front of you, there is a long hall. And now that you're standing here, you realize that the house is shaped almost like a hammer. It's rectangular on one end and then more like kind of a long hallway-like shape on the other end. And there is a second floor above you. When you reach the third door on the left and throw it open, sure enough, you find yourself in like an outdoor patio area. There's like a little sunroom. That's the room you're currently in. And then another room that leads outside back onto the lawn. And even from inside the sunroom, you see a greenhouse outside. The sunroom now is perfectly poised to kind of siphon in beautiful starlight all around you. The sky is perfectly blue, and you notice that there's curtains that have been drawn back, and these are probably pulled forward during the day.
Smart.
Yeah. Sunroom is an odd choice, but probably
Moon
came with the
room.
place.
Moon room.
Moon gazing room.
Do we see any sign of this this Malkavian?
And any advice you have, Charlotte? Well, obviously, we don't usually. I don't know. What you are the psychiatrist. You can assist us with this.
And you're also mental.
I'm brilliant, thank you.
That's what she said. She said brilliant, didn't you, Dogfood?
Yes, brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte really is curious as to why Kiara has the impulse to paint these roses. So fascinating.
Yeah. Actually, why don't you give me a intelligence roll with insight?
Did my hunger
Your
carry
hunger's
over?
it's a 1.
Okay, sorry. Making sure.
I want you to get a hungry crit on this, knowing about Rose's roll.
Oh.
I have 2 successes.
Okay. With 2 successes, you piece together that it probably has something to do with her acting past and reenacting something from an Alice in Wonderland bit that she probably did from what the butler told you. You get an inkling that she likes to act out fantasies or plays in her head from time to time. Or at least these are the pieces you put together from what Constantine told you.
Okay.
Hello, Kiara. You in here?
Do you step out onto the lawn?
Yeah, I'm going to step out onto the lawn. All friendly. We've bought a psychiatrist for you.
You hear like a kind of like manic, weird sound from the back of the greenhouse. The greenhouse is shaped almost like an octagon. It's got these like really large, like sheer reinforced glass like walls, and inside, sure enough, you see beautiful roses growing. You hear like a little bit of a commotion from around the back of the house, and you hear like a very kind of whimsical, strange voice drift on the wind to you, and you hear the words say, "Kiara isn't here right now."
Oh, that's ominous.
So, who are we talking to right now?
Alice.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
And you hear
that makes
another
sense.
voice, and the other voice says, it says like, "Simmer down now."
And it's another voice, or is it her
Come off
voice
it, put it
doing an
away.
accent?
Huh?
Is
No,
it-
you
is
hear,
another
you hear like
it's
a
her
different
voice?
change in the
Okay.
voice. Yeah, it seems like there's someone else from her, and you hear like the sounds of a scuffle between them. And you hear the voice come over the wind, like kind of come from back of the house. This seems more like it's being thrown at you versus like the whimsical voice that was carried on the wind. And you hear her say, "Put it down."
Oh no, it's a ventriloquist. That's the worst kind of person. Let's.
Do I see the paint anywhere?
In front of you, you do. So you're standing at the front part of the greenhouse, and yeah, you see little splashes of white paint on the grass, and you see one bucket of paint has been knocked over, and then you see little drops, like trailing off.
No.
I'm gonna follow the drops.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow those drops in there too.
When you follow drops, you see one girl with long blonde hair, and she's wearing sort of like a lace dress and a like long elbow length lace gloves, kind of wrestling with a bucket from a girl wearing a flannel shirt and knee-high boots and jeans. And this girl has like, brown skin and dark hair and like hazel eyes, and she's like pulling at it angrily. "Put it down," as she pulls again, and the paint's starting to like splosh over on both of them and onto the grass.
As you're spilling that paint, that's no good for anyone's goals here.
As you say that, the girl that you, I'm sure, assume, the lacy girl that you assume is Kiara, lets go of the paint. The other kindred falls over, splashing paint on herself and all over the carpet. And she goes, "Oh, now you've done it. And Kiara like laughs whimsically. I can always get more paint. I know where they store it. And you
Oh,
see her start to like skip around the back of the house. Oh, not now, Kiara. And you see her like throw the bucket on the ground to kind of get up, and she's covered in paint. Who are you lot?
we're here to stake the Alice lady.
No.
Stake her.
No,
No,
we're
we're
not.
not here to stake her.
That was I thought we were all agreed. I motioned
Never
you with my
discussed it,
I motioned you with
Dogfood.
my eyes that we were. I was sort of like,
You need to work on your communication skills.
I disagree.
I feel we should allow Charlotte to speak to this person who is making a big craft project.
She
As you
seems.
say that, you hear like a crash of glass on the far side of the on the other side of the greenhouse from where you're at, like a half circle away from you.
Oh, it's not ideal.
My name's Harley, by the way.
Oh, hi, Ollie. What do you do here?
Well, I'm a friend of Kiara, and she seems to be going through something right now.
Yes, she sure does. So you don't work here?
No,
You're just a friend? It doesn't seem like you're doing a great friendship job right now. She's getting herself in a lot of trouble.
have you seen
I don't
her?
mean to criticize.
Can't exactly reason with her right now.
All right, well, what if one was to simply, I'm just throwing this out here, beat her unconscious? She'll be fine.
And then you see her like kind of bristle when you say that.
I'm kidding. Obviously kidding. Obviously.
Ulrika's gonna go where the smash glass
We've
was.
bought a nice person to talk to Kiara to make her feel better. And then like we're sort of in charge of making sure that the roses and the garden don't get ruined any more than they already have been.
She nods. She looks
what-
at you, Charlotte, and she says, I didn't know who you are, but I'm happy to see you.
I like to think that I'm a friend who can assist with this situation.
Ulrika, as you round to the other side of the greenhouse, you see a bottom half of a lace dress kind of disappear rapidly from sight, near close to the floor. And you see like where one of the panes has been broken in of the greenhouse glass.
I'm gonna go in and follow.
Okay. What do the rest of you do?
I'm gonna follow as well because I might try and restrain this person if they're if they look like they're going to cause further damage.
Okay.
I'm very upset about the spilled paint, so I'm just going to try and clean it up.
No, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Toreador. Yeah, there's like spilled paint.
I'm like,
all over
I
the grass.
can't. Why would you ever do this? It's just so nice, and I just like, I just
I'm
like
gonna
try and
start-
find like a mop or something, and I'm just cleaning it up.
Yeah, there's actually a gardener's shed nearby.
Oh, perfect. Yeah,
The doors have been thrown open,
great.
and sure enough, inside you can see there's some paint for the purpose of whitewashing that is
Yeah.
kind of aligned on the top shelf. Some of it's been thrown about. The gardener's shed is in disarray.
I just start cleaning. I hike up my like long skirt, and I've got like those like pointy like business shoes on or something, and I'm just like, I'll take those off, because I don't want to get those paint on those, and I'll just start like trying to get the paint off and cleaning things up.
I'm
And
going
I'll just
to
complain the whole time, like really loud. Like, I can't believe this. This is unacceptable. If this were my house, you would all be dead.
I wanted to say something as I entered the greenhouse.
Okay.
I wanted to say, Alice.
The girl
you late?
whirls around whimsically and she says, "Oh yes, very late. Very, very, very late.
Don't you have somewhere to be?
I
Didn't you see-
do. An audience with the queen." And she kind of like gives like a little whirl and a flourish.
Well, you
going to
should
say, hi, it's me, the queen.
Oh, you are not the queen.
Are you sure?
Dog
I'm
food.
very vengeful.
Rather sure. And you see her like kind of get up into one of the many long sort of like because I should probably describe the room you're in. So it's circular in nature, and it's almost built a little bit like an auditorium. There's a space in the middle for people to sit. There's some cushions and stuff that have been thrown on the floor, and even like a small, very low table that has like a teacup and a teapot on it. And then all around it, there are flower beds and like steps. and she steps into one of the flower beds, and you notice now that she's barefooted, and she steps on a couple of the flowers as she does so, and she gives another like little flourish, and she's just like, I would know the queen when I saw the queen.
How do you know I'm not in disguise?
Make a charisma and subterfuge check.
Okay. Oh, subterfuge isn't too bad. All right, let's do this.
Food's ruined my plan.
I got 0 successes.
Good job.
Roll a
No-
complete
Or not the
goose egg.
queen.
Never surprised.
You're just another trickster, like that cat.
Maybe I'm the cat.
That's okay. I'll have my white rabbit take care of you. And she points at Harley. Get her. And Harley's like, I
Don't
didn't
get
know what
us.
she's on about. I really don't know anymore. And she just kind of like sighs and sits down on one of the cushions. Get out of that flower bed.
Harley, can I ask you something? What's your favorite food?
You ask Harley what her favorite food is?
Yeah.
Well, tall and blonde, I suppose.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page
That was already.
regarding if you said waffles, we were going to have an issue. All right.
You definitely give her pause when you ask it, though. She's just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got the Queen's Hound here.
I want to try to convince her that Ulrika is the queen.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you say?
Well, the queen is right here. How did you miss her? I point to Ulrika.
That's why I was saying you were late.
Okay. Give me a charisma and persuasion roll.
I'm going to turn on awe while we're at it.
Okay, yeah. And you'll get an additional die from Ulrika really selling this image of being like the daunting queen.
Is there any rolling I can do
Ooh.
for cleaning the ground?
Yes, of course. Let's see. Go ahead and roll an intelligence and we'll do
Etiquette.
let's actually do intelligence and wits.
All right.
I have
Can you
a crit.
explain to Harley that I normally try and find dog-based solutions to all of our problems?
Oh no, I only got 1 success.
Okay.
Oh.
You get most of it out using a
Okay.
sham wow you're lucky enough to find in the gardening shed.
Right,
Yeah. You
great.
find like a sham wow perfectly in its plastic canister, probably
Perfect.
to like wipe down the car. It's got some like
Yes.
kind of greasy stuff on it. You take it, you press it on. It is grass. So I mean you clean up a majority of the actual paint itself. But some of the grass is a little bit
Yeah.
stained from being
Well-
filmed with it, but it's cleaner than it was.
I feel if the prince got home, it wouldn't be too noticeable.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to join the others once I'm done and put my shoes back on.
Okay, perfect. So you crawl into the greenhouse under one of the shattered panes on the bottom, and find the scene before you. This barefooted girl in a lace dress standing in a flower bed, kicking up roses. Lydia, how many successes did you get?
I have a crit.
Ooh, okay. So that's 4 successes.
Yes.
Awesome. So go ahead and repeat what you said.
Oh yeah. Well, one of those was a blood die.
Oh, so you got like a
I just realized that.
real crit.
Blood crit, yeah.
Blood crit.
Yeah.
It's just gonna get real.
Mm-hmm.
I just put. Charlotte comes in and goes, "You missed the queen. She's standing right in front of you." And I point to Ulrika.
Mm-hmm. Now, as you do this, you got a sort of a bestial crit. And so without even realizing it, you actually activate some of your latent dominate powers. And you feel her mind kind of like bend under yours as you really sell the lie. And as you do this, like you see her eyes change. And she does like a very deep curtsy. And she says, "Oh, the queen. I've been longing to meet you. I just want to go back home." And to earn your favor, I shall slay this imposter. And she points at Dogfood.
No, that's not necessary.
no.
But what's all
You
this?
don't
about?
understand, good queen. This imposter tried to say they were you.
That
And
is
you see
my
her pick
court.
up like some shears.
That's
some
my
Why don't I ever
court
get to be the
gesture.
queen?
She's just here to amuse me, and so she thought it would be funny.
The
To
court
pretend-
jester.
She tried
Can
to
I-
make a fool
Yeah,
of you.
do.
Can
No,
I stake her now? I feel like that was
You
provocation.
speak out of
Dogfood.
turn. How dare you interrupt the queen?
I'll make it.
I will
I'll make her
show
kneel.
you.
I'll make her kneel before me, and that'll be enough punishment. Dogfood, you must kneel.
Good luck on that persuasion roll.
All right, I'll turn on Daunt. I'm ready.
Okay.
PvP this early in the game. All right, let's do it.
So you're
You're
you're gonna try to intimidate him into kneeling.
Yes.
I mean Patrick the player, not
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll your charisma as well as your intimidation.
And I have Daunt on, so that's
Oh,
my
fuck.
presence added.
Yeah, you get a bonus to it.
Yep.
What am I rolling to resist?
Dogfood, you are going to roll your resolve and your let's see. I would say
Animal Ken?
I would say your resolve and your wits
Okay.
together.
I got all my dice together. Are you done yet, Dogfood?
Oh, great. All right. Yeah, I didn't have to pick up as many.
Let's see. One.
I
two-
got 4. I got 6 successes, and it's a hungry crit.
No, you did not.
Yeah, I did.
No, you did not.
What?
Yeah, I got a crit, 1 on a hunger dice, and 2 additional successes, which
I was gonna say, I
believe is
had a-
6 successes.
I had a crit and 3 successes.
Okay.
What?
That wins by 1,
Oh, this is bullshit.
but it's still a hungry crit.
Oh.
And one of the things we've been doing for Dogfood in particular is that Dogfood, such a large part of you, is already like, bonded to and attached to animals. In your life, this was reflected as potentially being a dog person. But in your unlife, this has reflected in you starting to identify more and more with animals. You take 2 willpower damage, and you find yourself sitting obediently like a dog.
No, I didn't want that to happen. I'm sorry. I just wish.
It's kind of funny. I'm kind of laughing.
But as you do this, you notice the Malkavians whose gardening shears had come uncomfortably close to your neck, Dogfood, retract. And she seems satisfied for the moment. And she drops you
Growl
another
deeply
curtsy,
from the
Ulrika.
back of my throat.
See,
Truly.
no harm.
Your
No,
why
grace
don't I
and
ever get to be
beauty
the
knows
queen?
no bounds.
I know. Anyway, what is this mess that I see everywhere?
I
here?
was going to paint all of the roses white in your name.
No, but you have it wrong, my dear. They're supposed to be red.
I thought they were supposed to be white, like the
No, it's-
ivory tower that you sit upon.
Oh, no. It's paint the roses red with, like blood.
Oh. Well, then we shall paint them with blood.
No, they're already red, dear. It's fine.
Oh. Well, I suppose you're right. And she starts to climb down out of the flower bed. And she sits down on a sort of one of those like little poofs next to Harley. She says, with her like dirty feet, with like, kind of moistened soil up to her ankles. And she says, well, then we shall have tea.
Sounds
No, we got a lot of stuff to do. You have
what?
tea with
Quiet,
Holly.
peasant, as she says, like brandishing her shears at you. Again, you
She needs to
interrupt
put-
the audience between me and the queen.
She better put those shears away.
Oh,
We're gonna have a problem.
Can I walk? Can I walk up and
a little bit longer?
I'm gonna fake bow? In fact, I just say, "Oh, hello." My etiquette's very high.
Okay.
Yes, hello, Queen. Your vizier, myself,
Mhm.
would like to request yours and perhaps Alice's assistance in wrangling the court dog.
Oh, that sounds like such a fun time.
Alice, do you think you'd like to help us in doing that? Then afterwards, we could have just a grand tea together.
I would love that. Does this mean that when I serve you and we'll have tea and then maybe you'll send me home?
Yes.
What? Yes. What
Oh,
else?
truly, you are a gracious and kind queen.
Yes. You're right. That is correct.
But
I'm
if you
like
ever say
side-eyeing.
the word, if you say it one time, off with her head, I'll be happy to oblige. And she clacks her giant gardening shears once more.
Yes, well, we might need to do that to the court dog, as they've been misbehaving and drinking out
Yeah.
of the
You
toilet.
leave my dog alone.
Not that dog.
That dog.
The werewolf.
Oh, that dog. Okay, sorry. I know. Same page. Okay.
We're all in on the same delusion now.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Good. Right.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
follow
I,
the
the Queen's Vizier, will lead us to the sub basement, where we
Yes.
will have a chat with this dog.
Yes.
Harley
quite
looks at
fun.
you all like a little confused and she's like, I have no idea who you people are, but quite an interesting lot.
We're here to water the plant, feed the dog.
Yeah, we're house sitters,
House sitters.
called the Court of Cups. We charge a lot of money.
Fair enough. Well,
If you
Alice
didn't-
here, out of my hair, and I'll set to fixing some of this mess.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
if you don't mind, Harley, to help clean some of this mess up, that would be wonderful.
I'll at least sweep up the broken glass. Don't know if I can fix the pane.
Oh, I'm sure that, we can call someone for that. That should be fine.
She like
If not-
nods, and you see her like trying to like push like some of the soil back into like the flower beds and like pat it down.
I just wonder where someone got like this Scottish groundskeeper. Like, where are we?
There are British people in Bellevue.
Are there?
Yeah. There's 2 at the moment. There's more. There's almost more of us than there are of you. So watch it.
Told you I don't work here. I'm just Alice's friend.
Oh,
you.
okay.
And you
You
see
know-
her like take the shears and like kind of gently point them the other way. Don't run with scissors.
So we're gonna just go and feed Alice to a werewolf,
No, we're
No.
not.
and then we'll be
You
right.
see her like eyes go wide and she like puts a hand on Alice.
Kidding.
I told you this is my court gesture. It's fine. It's fine.
Alice knows the home better than we do. We're taking her along with us to fix a couple of things inside. We'll be right back.
All right, but if anything happens to her, you'll have me to deal with.
All right, that sounds like a Dickens novel. So let's just go.
We're going to take good care of Alice, and I promise that I will not let anyone hurt her.
You I trust.
Why?
And I like elbow dog food.
This time you exit through the doors to the greenhouse, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And as you do so, you hear the sound of like scraping glass as Harley sets about gathering up some of the glass from the shattered pane. You unlock the greenhouse from the inside. There's just like a really simple like latch, like bronze latch combination. You unlatch it, you step outside, turn around and kind of shut it behind you. There's no way to really lock it. And as you exit, you you see like the splattered paint that has been somewhat mopped up by Elizabeth from the grass in front of you. And you make your way back towards the house with a skipping Alice who's still wielding gardening shears in one hand.
That's how you lose.
Can someone
an
take
eye.
those shears off her? I don't feel like she should be running with scissors.
She could use it on the werewolf.
I don't think it's gonna help.
It won't hurt anything.
Look at the
I don't
werewolf.
think it's gonna be like,
If
oh,
the
the
werewolf-
gardening shears. Now this werewolf is fucked.
I mean,
She also seems to need protection from you, so let's let
Yeah.
her keep it.
Oh, fine. Why don't we just have her in the Court of Cups?
With
That was
this
a
attitude
joke.
that you have.
All right, come on.
She
we got a
like
werewolf
side eyes
and
you again,
get
and she
killed
says,
by.
"Are you upsetting the queen?"
Yes.
No. Let's
She
continue.
like brandishes her gardening shears again and takes like a sort of like wide-legged stance.
Are we going to take those
Just
shears
say
off
the
her or
word,
what?
queen.
No, listen, no, she
Say
keeps
the
the shears.
word, and it'll be off with her head. Her insolent, terrible head.
I
Not
like
yet.
Awful mop of hair.
I take Dogfood aside and I'm just like, listen, Dogfood, we're gonna have a little chat over here, all right?
She's very rude.
I understand she's very rude, but do you remember how I didn't know what video games were? Remember that? No, see, I
Mhm.
still don't, but someone did teach me the term meat shield. So see, if someone walks up and attacks something mean, like
Mhm.
Loretta, for example, that's not
Mhm.
us. They
Yeah.
get stabbed and killed, whereas we are okay.
Oh, I see.
That's where I'm trying to get. So she is already delusional. So which means
Oh,
that
this is
she has
fun.
the rage of more people than just us, and her care for her own well-being is extremely low.
It's just that normally I'm the meat shield. So
yes.
like,
Well, see, you're working on raising your social status. See,
right. So
this is a
okay,
team
fine.
effort.
Right, we're hiring out. I'm with it now. We're on the same page now.
Excellent.
We're feeding her to the werewolf. So there's no
Yes, but
need.
don't say that out loud. Don't say that loud
No.
enough for anyone with supernatural hearing to hear.
Yeah, no, I got it. We're not
Okay.
feeding her to the werewolf.
We are using her. We're using her. Let's go.
Unfortunately for you, Dr. Charlotte Lamb does have heightened senses. So if she chooses to listen in on this, she could. If she sees you kind of in the corner.
Oh, she totally hears it, but like is gonna wait until after that conversation and try to kind of like give like a knowing glance to Elizabeth as if like I know what you're saying is to manipulate dog food.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
You exchange a knowing look.
Yeah.
And at the same time, Dogfood and Elizabeth exchange a knowing look. So it's like,
Yeah.
And I'm like,
and you make your way back into the house with Alice in tow. When you come to the lobby, you notice that on the coffee table, next to these beautiful velvet tufted couches and chairs, there is a tray with 5, not margarita glasses, martini glasses, margarita
Nice.
glasses. It's fine. Blood margaritas for everyone.
yay.
Extra salty
Let's
blood.
get sloppy.
There's
Yeah.
salt on the rim.
Yeah, we can
Like
get salt.
turned up with ice, turned into this beautiful paste,
Blaritas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blaritas.
It's a perfect
Blood
slip of the
team.
tongue. There's
All right,
like,
I'm
lined
gonna
up.
grab one of these martini glasses. I'm gonna hold it like a peasant, just straight around the cup and go. All right, cheers to our last drink of blood before we get murdered by a werewolf. Somehow, I always knew it would end like this.
As you say this, you hear Constantine kind of enter the room, and he says, well, unfortunately, there might actually be another issue on top of the flooding and the dog.
Like, yes.
Kiara, nice to see you're back in your right. And you hear her say like, chink, and he's like, never mind. So, and he kind of like sits down on one of the chairs opposite you. The good master has a very particular vintage he likes to partake in.
Blood.
Yeah.
Yes, particularly that of people that are somewhat inebriated.
Oh, like me.
Oh.
We have
That's common.
a group of volunteers who come by once a week with a designated driver, and they give us the goods, and then they leave. Unfortunately, this time, the designated driver decided to imbibe some alcohol as well,
Oh.
No.
and they crashed the truck. They crashed the van right
Okay.
outside the gates. And now we have a bunch of drunk, half-drained people, college students, wandering about the premises.
So they're half drunk and half drunk?
Yes.
All right.
Might be an issue, given kind of a how we like to maintain a little bit of discretion here. Bright side, your refreshments today are particularly fresh and potent. Downside, I kind of wish they had crashed on the way here instead of on the way out.
Yeah, that would be. We would kind of water the plants, feed the dog. I feel like the wine cellar has got the sound of a Constantine problem.
Sir, please. Or I guess you're playing a female character. My bad, Madam, please.
Or I might just bristle at the fact of being called sir.
What?
Like, ma'am. All right. How many of these drunk college students are there?
4.
Oh, 4. Okay, that's good. So do you guys want to split the coterie? I mean,
and
4
now
of us, one gonna.
Now, as you like drank some of your drink, you do start to feel a little bit of that nice tequila tang.
Mm-hmm. This is very good, by the way. You really know your stuff. So how about 2 of us go and track down the drunk college students? 2 of us go and, feed the dog.
Well,
you were worried about the werewolf with all of us, and now you want
now
2
you're just
people?
like, no, yeah, that'll be fine.
I mean, I was going to go for the students. I got Bubba, so Bubba can sort of harry them and herd them. She's a herding dog, Caucasian Shepherd. But you guys have great time with the werewolf. That's going to be a hell of a story to tell for me.
Well, there's also the issue of the flooding in sub-basement 2.
Well, we have to get to sub-basement 3 through sub-basement 2, so we'll figure that out when we get there.
Do you know what the cause of the flooding is?
No idea. I'm not allowed to go in sub-basement 2.
Do we have to
I just noticed there's water coming underneath the door.
So what if we flood sub-basement 2 more, spills over into sub-basement 3, drowns the werewolf?
I don't think it's air or like sealed to where the water would.
Well, I'm not a plumber. I don't know. I'm just trying to be the ideas guy, We're trying to blue sky here. It's very difficult because you just shoot ideas down.
Oh my God.
I'm just
going to go down and investigate and see if I can find out.
I was just going to do the basement because I don't want to deal with drunk college students.
Here's the thing, Dogfood. You can take care of the drunk college students on your own. The rest of us will all go to the basement and take care of whatever's happening down there.
Yes.
All right, fine. You guys have fun with the werewolf. I'm going to go and rally these students.
And I will remember what a coward you were on this day.
This isn't cowardly. All right, I'm coming to fight the werewolf.
You're disappointing your queen.
All right, now what
you hear the telltale shink as the guardian appears.
Fine, we'll go and fight the werewolf. Let's.
Well, someone needs to stop these college students.
Idea. Why don't we take the college students and use them as bait for the werewolf?
That's a good idea.
Don't we want to keep the college students alive? No, here's my idea. I get Bubba and say, Bubba, you're going to go and find these college students. You're going to herd them into the house.
Okay.
She's very good shepherd, and I can talk to her like a real human. So Bubba takes care of that. We go downstairs, get eviscerated very bravely by a werewolf, and kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And then we just call a plumber, I guess. Like there are all-night plumbers.
We'll see what
discretion, privacy.
Fine. We'll figure out the flooding thing when we figure out the giant war machine of death.
I don't understand why the college student does it really matter if they're alive?
Yeah, they're
not to me so much as they don't. I just don't want the police called.
No, sure, yeah. So Bubba, I'm gonna kneel down very slightly, because Bubba's nearly as tall as me, and say, okay, Bubba, there's 4 humans on the premises. I need you to herd them so they're all in the same spot, and then keep them good and scared so that they stay still until I can come and deal with them.
Bubba
Do you
nods.
understand everything I've said, Bubba? I love you completely and with all of my soul.
Give me a charisma and animal ken check.
Yes, animal ken.
You finally
Do
got
it. I never get to use animal ken. Let's do it. So I have 5 dice in animal ken. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's a lot.
I can also count. Oh, I got 2 successes. I might burn a willpower on this one because
Okay, go
I
for
want
it.
Bubba to understand what's going on. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
Awesome. So Bubba barks and she wags her tail and like kind of pops up and down like she's excited to get to work.
You're such a good girl, aren't you? Who's my little Bubba Nooga Wumpy Snoogans?
Once again, she like circles and like
runs
kind of
around.
jumps up and down, like excited to
Okay.
get.
Have fun. Don't kill any of them.
Constantine opens the front door. As he does, you see some of the scene that he kind of described to you. You see like one of those like nondescript like vans kind of wedged, like someone tried to drive through the front gates before they were open or while they were chained and did not really do so. They were still in the locked position and they've like smashed into it, kind of knocking both of the gates off of their track that helps them roll back and forth, but not dislodging them completely, thereby kind of like getting the car stuck and the gate stuck in like kind of like this weird sandwich. You notice there's a little bit of steam coming out from the front of the van, but it doesn't look like from what you can see that it's completely destroyed or anything like that. And sure enough, the door is open and there's some type of commotion happening outside. You let Bubba out, or rather Constantine does, and then closes the door and he says, I really do hope your companion can take care of that.
Oh, she's
Everything
very
seems
well
to be
trained.
going wrong tonight. And he like walks over into the kitchen and tries to set about like doing some other task. If you loop around, like I said, there's like a nice big stairway in front of you that then kind of branches off into 2 balconies above you that lead to the 2nd floor. Underneath this stairway, there is an elevator that goes down.
I do ask Constantine. Constantine, does your master want this werewolf kept alive? Because that might be a little bit of a long shot.
At this point, whatever you can do, as long as it's not,
okay.
as long as it doesn't get out.
Oh, that's fine. You know,
I think
I just,
alive would be preferred, but if it dies, it dies.
Okay, good. Just wanted to
always
check
more
because
werewolves.
it's gonna
Loop
kill us
lanes.
all regardless, even if we're not holding back. You know.
I hope not. 'Cause that would be more of a mess because then I've got to call that unpleasant fellow. He keeps calling me Connie again, and he's going to send 4 more people, and then they're going to have to clean up your bodies as well as all these other bodies. And it's just gonna be a whole-
How many people did he call before us?
well, just the one.
The one person or the one group of 4?
It was only 2 of them.
Oh, well, that's something.
Charlotte, do you have your like morphine stuff with you?
Of course.
Okay. Worst comes to worst, maybe one of us can jump on it and
Let's get it
Stab
really,
it.
really high.
yeah.
Maybe it'll be
I'm
a little bit more
surprised.
agreeable.
Well, I'm surprised you don't have a dart gun around this place if you have a werewolf in the house.
Right?
Yeah. Do you have a dark gun?
Actually, yeah, we
with
should investigate that.
tranquilizers?
I
you have a-
don't. Usually we have certain individuals about who are better at containing it. Unfortunately, none of them are here right now. Most of them are part of my master's personal entourage. For some reason,
know-
he thought that the gate would hold.
They're like a weapons room
Yeah, don't
or a
don't tell me
armory.
one's wearing a pith helmet.
Well,
Yes.
there is the master's sort of personal armory on the 2nd floor.
Can we go there?
I'm sure you would be able to make use of it as long as everything made its way back in perfect condition.
Sure, that'll happen.
Yeah.
If
we'll
you
need some of
do
that.
manage to restrain the creature, there are more cells down below.
Okay.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
Do you know what the creature's
hope
name
that
is?
it'll- no, not at all. I haven't seen it face to face. I've just
Okay.
heard it. I'm assuming
Fido or
heard it banging against the
It
door.
is a person in its normal form.
yeah, there's were there as well as wolf.
I don't concern myself with such
I
things.
guess right
I
now
have
it's
no
more of
idea.
a who wolf.
Based off of the banging, I think it might be more the wolf part currently than the
Anyway.
other part.
Armory.
What moon phase are we
Where?
in?
Upstairs.
A who wolf.
Are you saying we could help this werewolf, Charlotte?
Oh, I was asking if like what moon phase it was currently.
Maybe we
what's that
could
moon looking like?
break its anger.
As you ask this question audibly, and our coterie is kind of dairy crafting and arguing back and forth in front of the elevator with an ominous like sort of dull thunking and clattering sound coming from far, far down below the elevator shaft. That is where we will take our first break. And we are back. So our coterie is still assembled around the ominous like glowing red coming from the inside of this this elevator.
I'm gonna
its
get-
doors hang open. You're not sure why there's a red light bulb inside the elevator, but it's not helping your case right now.
Ambiance.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to go to that armory room.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go get some firepower.
Yeah.
I don't need firepower because I am firepower, but for you guys.
Right. Okay, let's go.
You head upstairs and open the door to the armory. A majority of the stuff in here is from Mortimer's theater past. There's a lot of suits of armor. There's some prop weapons, some real ones, some perfect replicas of famous weapons. You find Glamdring, the weapon wielded in Lord of the Rings, as well as like some more serious weapons. How do you choose to arm yourself?
Does anything here like have the glint of silver about it?
Give
would be
me
really convenient.
Give me a intelligence and investigation.
And that when Dogfood says that, Ulrika just raises her eyebrow.
I got 0 successes on my find some silver roll.
You pick up a morning star near you, and you're like, to you, it's definitely silver. It's a different sheen. It's a different hue than the other metals in here. This one for sure is silver.
Okay, I got some silver over here. You want it?
No, I don't.
Anyone? Ulrika, you want a silver?
No, I
weapon?
don't.
I'll take some.
Okay, here. Go. This is real silver.
All right.
You can tell by the shiny.
Can I do the same thing just so I can avoid it?
Yeah. Give me a intelligence and investigation check.
I should get you to pick everything in here up and see if you catch fire.
No.
Is that what happens?
I have an aversion to that stuff.
But do you catch fire?
I don't know. We've never done it.
I
I'm
have
eager
3
to experiment.
successes.
I don't think we should test it.
You see some silver-tipped crossbow bolts that are like kind of sitting in a leather cup-esque
Okay.
apparatus.
I stay away from those. But I consider telling the rest. I point out that the crossbow bolts are silver.
Oh
if
yeah,
they
just
wanna-
like this morning star.
Yeah, sure. But you might want to carry the crossbow too, just in case. That would probably be good.
Okay, who wants to do the crossbow? I'm up
Yeah.
close.
Oh, the crossbow sounds exciting. I want that.
Is there anything that you can like possibly put some kind of fluid inside of, like a dart gun or I don't know, bullets? Who knows? I don't know what you could put liquid in.
You could probably stick something on
Or
the
is
end
there
of
a
this
blowgun?
crossbow.
And any other props? Is there like a blowgun?
There is like a dart blower
Ooh.
made out of like some type of reed or bamboo. It's long, and next to it there are like small feathered darts lined
I
up.
didn't-
Those darts have got to do something good, right? Those can't be regular darts.
Well, Ulrika wouldn't know that. Never mind.
They've got to have some good shit in there.
I was gonna say normally they would rub the darts on poisonous frogs. or
Yeah, are
something.
there any large, colorful frogs
But
in the
Ulrika
armory
wouldn't know
we
that,
can
so.
rub these on?
Is it? I don't know. Is there a big knife?
Yes.
Like a real
You have
knife, not a
there's
pot
like there's almost like half a wall of knives. Everything from machetes to really fancy like Bowie knives, to
Oh.
bushwhacking knives.
I'll pick a nice fancy Bowie knife.
Okay, yeah. This one's big. It's got a nice solid hilt on it.
Nice.
The
Nice.
handle's like instead of being kind of the more rubberized K-bar newer version, it's like very wooden and
Nice.
has like a very distinguished feel to it. It's got some type of imprint near the base of the blade where it meets the handle that has like a really like distinguished cute little logo on it with an eagle.
Cool.
Mm.
It's
So we
nice.
got the Morning Star, crossbow. You got a big knife.
Yes.
I'm gonna take those
I've
blow
got-
darts.
You got the blood. So let's leave the Morning Star here,
Okay.
even though it's silver,
Okay.
because I have my feral claws gifted to me by Cain himself. And let's go get murdered by a werewolf. Should we give the Morning Star to happy Mrs. Shears over here?
Chink.
Yeah. Here, Alice, why don't you grab that Morning Star instead of those shears?
Oh, I
Does-
wouldn't know how to use that old thing.
You hit
You just
some.
hit
you hit
stuff
them.
with it.
Off with their head. You hit
Just
the
a-
head.
Well, this
Yeah.
is much better at removing heads.
All right, whatever. Just let
All
her
right,
have
whatever. Yeah, okay.
it.
That's fine.
Actually, all right, whatever.
Yeah. All right.
It would just
Let's-
snap right off like the head of a rose. She says this while looking at you, Dogfood.
No,
Is she-
we need dog food.
Just
You're
pop
not to
right off.
you're not to harm her.
And
She's
then
very
we could
important.
paint all the roses.
I
All
ta-
of them.
I take Alice aside and wink at dog food so they know I'm joking and say, we're gonna use my gesture as bait. It's fine. She's bait. She's
Ah.
bait.
If
So we
she
don't wanna
threatens to
hurt-
cut my head off again.
So we don't
gonna-
need to harm her because the dog will.
Yes.
But don't
I
tell
understand.
don't tell them that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, good jester.
Yeah.
I wink at Ulrika.
Truly.
All
What
right, let's
would
go.
the court do without your presence? Quite a lot.
Exactly.
Nonetheless, I follow
like
your
this lady
lead,
is
good
rude.
queen.
It's
I'm
not rude.
kinda-
She's passionate.
She's growing on me. She sings my accolades. It's wonderful.
She's rude. All right, let's go.
See, Elizabeth's on my side. Let's get this elevator down to sub basement 3.
2 first. Remember, we have to deal with the flooding.
Oh, do we have to deal with the
Yes.
flooding? I
Yes.
feel like okay.
All right.
This is one of those old school elevators that have,
Oh.
like the
Yeah.
metal shutter doors.
Oh yeah, I used to have one of those in an apartment I lived in. They're
Whoa.
scary.
Yeah, a little bit. You have to like pull it closed. And then, you see like, B1, B2, B3.
Mm-hmm.
You click on B2. It takes, for a moment, you wonder if you have to push the button again, and then it starts to descend creakily past one floor and then to the other. And here it stops. You find yourself looking down a long, dark hallway with like a flickering light bulb, ominously, like kind of in your like kind of like it's casting shadows throughout the hallway.
So what's the? Can we see the flood from here? Oh, actually,
You
I can
notice
see
that
in the dark,
the-
right? So I'm going to turn Eyes of the Beast on and get a good look around.
Okay. So as you turn Eyes of the Beast on, you do see like moisture. And as you like look down the hallway, you see the water gets thicker and thicker and thicker to where it forms a pool at the end of the hall. And sure enough, you do notice that Constantine was right. It seems to be coming underneath one of the doors on the right.
All right, I found the source of the leak. What, we gonna just go in there and find some? I got a lot of dog food here. I can just stuff a bunch of dog food in the pipe. That'll fix it. That's how pipes work.
I think we should listen to see if we can hear anything in that room first.
Yeah, I agree. Let's put a just not quite to the point of jamming dog food into cracks yet. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Just to be sure, did you mean me or did you mean the cans of dog food?
The cans.
Oh,
I
good. I was
apologize.
okay.
Yes.
People
I
call me
mean-
dog food. So.
I thought you meant dog food.
Yeah. No one's shoving me in any cracks.
No one is shoving anyone in any cracks. So let's listen.
Okay. So you walk down the hallway, and sure enough, you notice like your feet go from stepping in something wet to kind of like giving a splish. The water slowly rises to about the rub where the line of the rubber of your soles meets like the leather of your shoes. You know, right when you think maybe you're not wearing the right footwear for this, the water level stops rising, and you do hear like a gentle trickle of water coming from underneath the door. Do you press your ear up against it to listen?
Yeah. Or
You hear a voice, like very faintly kind of muffled on the other side of the door. Do any of you have heightened senses? I think Dr. Charlotte does.
Yes.
So Charlotte, when you activate your heightened senses and try to listen, you hear a bit more. You hear a woman's voice, and it says, "Stubborn little fucker, aren't you? Give it up."
We got multiple Malkavians here. This guy really likes Malkavians.
What
Yeah,
is
they're
your,
just
Maybe they are a Malkavian.
what's wrong with Malkavians? I don't understand.
Nothing. Some of my best friends are Malkavians.
Oh, me?
Yeah. We're best friends, right?
And yes.
Yeah.
Should we?
All right.
knock?
Let's just knock on the door and go, "Hello, we're here about the plumbing," for some reason. The werewolf we could be
What?
fighting, but we're doing the plumbing first. We're here about the plumbing. There's a flood.
A flood? Oh,
I'm
come
coming-
on in.
I'm coming in, yeah, and I'm gonna open the door.
When you open the door, you see one like fluorescent tube light kind of like once again flickering on and off above you. And you're met with a sight that you weren't quite prepared for. In this kind of like dimly lit, weird green, kind of like gray room, you see a giant tank of water. And in it is suspended an individual by his feet. And you notice around his feet, like there's a cable tied, and then it goes up and over, and it's in the hand of a woman. And she's wearing a tweed suit with a black turtleneck underneath. She's wearing like puddle waders that like so rubber boots that come up to her thighs, and she has like a gentle coif of dark brown hair on one side. And she looks at you all and she's like, "I'm sorry, what are you here for?"
All the
Weird,
water on the floor.
You're causing a flood with your torture.
She looks down and she's like, "Oh, I am so sorry, darling. I will take care of that in just a bit. I was just a little busy." And she like pulls on the cable, and the gentleman comes out, and you hear him like spell at her, and she's like, "Ugh, next time I pull you out, you better be willing to tell me something." And as she says this, like the room gets like a little darker. And then as she dunks him back in the water, it brightens up again. And then she's like, "I'm sorry. He was a little bit bigger than I thought he was going to be. So when I dipped him, there was a little bit more displacement. I'll take care of it. I promise I won't be in here too long."
Problem
that's-
solved. We
that's
can
fine.
leave.
Problem solved. Thanks very much.
Yes.
Mhm.
Do you know anything about werewolves?
I mean, a little bit. I've been alive for a little while. I do know that it's best to avoid them.
Yeah, that's not gonna cut it, unfortunately. All right.
Well,
Well-
killing
Wait,
it might
wait.
work.
why are you dunking this man?
Well,
It's a little.
I need
little rude
information,
to-
and he's going to give it to me.
I don't
mean,
think it's our
information.
concern, though.
information about what?
I'm trying to find someone.
Maybe we know them. Maybe we could give you some information for something in return.
I don't want to be dunked.
I feel like the torch is going fine. I mean,
Torture isn't a good way to get information from people.
I just
Have you
like
ever tortured anyone?
a little bit.
And as you
You
see,
know, freelance. I wouldn't
you-
call myself an expert.
you see like, the room get like a little bit darker. And as it does, like the shadows kind of coalesce around her. And you hear like almost like 1,000 like moaning sounds, like, and as like she develops like this strange cloak with like a high collar. And then she's like, oh, I know quite a bit about torture.
That thing with the shadows is very cool.
It is. Now get out. I told you I'll fix the water issue.
Thank
Is there
you.
any way would you teach me that?
Not on your life.
Oh.
Okay,
And then you
well,
see her like turn around and pull the cord again. And as
Enjoy
she
your-
does, she's like, all right now, Levi, I don't have all day. Where is he?
And I'm
Well,
like,
enjoy your
Dogfood,
torture.
I think you learn that by just torturing people. I think the more people you torture, the more spooky things you get to do.
Is that true?
Do
I'll
you
definitely
ask
help
her?
with the Yeah, I'll definitely help with the torture if it'll like teach me the shadow
I'm
thing.
just like pushing you out.
I've already left the room. Like I
What was
know
your-
when I need to leave.
What was your name? We should do brunch.
You can call me Big B. Now get out, little one. And she like kicks the door. She kicks you out the door and kicks the door shut behind you.
All right, bye.
And as she does, like you see the light in the hallway that you're walking in flicker a little bit as you like kind of walk out. The ominous shadows like
hate
dance
that.
around you.
What's
So
wrong with these
cool.
people?
How does she do that? That's amazing.
Yeah, you see, you think you've seen it all, and then you see, there's a shadow person. Why not?
I mean, that would be a good way to get rid of all of the Starbucks in town. Just go in there and do that.
Yeah, that was what I was asking for Starbucks.
Very dangerous.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Anyway.
go kill this werewolf.
Yeah,
and
number
then like the
3.
flooding's not as much of an issue as we thought it was going to be. Down to sub basement 3 we go. Should we ask her for help with the werewolf?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Her shadow abilities would be kind of helpful.
Yeah, I mean it wouldn't hurt.
She looked a
She
little
I'm just gonna
kicked you
knock
out of
on
the
the
door. No,
Oh,
don't.
Fine. All right. Okay.
She looked a little busy. And she didn't
Alright.
like that we bothered her.
All right. It's werewolf time. Let's do it. You're only young once, and then forever.
You climb back into the elevator, slide the metal grate to and fro, hear the vague sounds of spluttering and some kind of commotion at the end of the hallway as you push B3. It takes a moment, and then the elevator ominously starts squeaking its way down the elevator shaft. And you reach sub-basement 3. Sub-basement 3's walls are brick. And sure enough, there's like a very loud clattering and banging that's been quite steadily getting louder as you like descend through the levels. And now you can hear it right on the other side of a metal door that is just in front of you. You find yourselves in kind of like a lobby / foyer with a large steel reinforced door. It has like one of those locks that rotate.
And is it open or?
It's closed.
That's what they're beating on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this seems like it's kind of a contained situation to me. We're out here, werewolves in there.
This is where some of your dog food could come in handy. Why don't you try sticking some little bits outside of that door, and we'll see how well the doors hold.
I have an idea
Okay.
before we open that door, because I don't know if that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Because
I don't think we should open the
They
door.
want some crunchy munchies.
Is there a way we can get the elevator to go to in between the floors to where somehow we can maybe see if there's a crawl space or something or above or below? I don't know. Like, is there a way to do that? Or like, can we exit the top of the elevator to go maybe see if we could find an air duct or something?
Yeah. You could hit the emergency stop when you're in between floors if you want to
Or should we
look
crawl
for,
out the
or you
top?
can climb out the top of the elevator and look for access airway.
I want to do that. I want to crawl out the top.
Okay.
Or I'll just use Soaring Leap to leap out the top. If the
Okay.
doors after we
That's
open.
cooler. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There's like a small makeshift hatch at the top of the elevator. You
Mhm.
soaring leap. It gives way very easily, and you land very gracefully on the top. It like groans a little bit, but it holds.
Thank God.
You're surrounded by like the dark elevator shaft around you, and give me a wits and investigation roll.
I have to pick up some investigation at some point.
Luckily, I have 2. Let's see. I have 2 successes.
Mhm. You notice a like kind of gentle breeze coming your way from like a sort of exhaust vent that's blowing outward into the elevator shaft.
Is it coming from like the direction of the room we're trying to get to?
You can't be sure. You're not
No.
sure like whether it turns that way or another way.
I let the
Yep.
coterie know what I found.
You all right up there, Spider-Man?
I like stick my head, I kind of hang upside down a little bit, and I tell them, yeah, there's like an air draft coming from somewhere, but I'm not sure exactly where from.
All right.
But
Well,
since you
we
have
don't-
eyes, you
Yeah, let me check it out. I'm gonna soaring leap up there too because I'm
Okay.
also cool.
Oh,
Uh,
everyone can jump so high. I'm going to wait down here and hold my silver crossbow and just look neat.
Yeah, I'm sure you could jump up here if you wanted to.
I cannot.
I'm gonna keep. I've still got Eyes of the Beast on, so I'm gonna just go in and kind of investigate this duct or whatever and see if I can see what's going on in there.
Mhm. So it from what it looks like, there's a fan like kind of inside this like duct, and there's like a thin metal grating like that with slats on the outside of
Mhm.
it, and it's blowing air out into the elevator shaft.
So that doesn't look like a way that we'd be able to sneak into the room or anything like that.
Well, you're just not sure which way it goes. There's every possibility it could lead that way. You're
All right,
just
I'm
not.
gonna.
Yeah, you don't
I'm-
have it. You can't tell because it just goes straight and then it ends, and you assume it's a T intersection.
Will I fit in there?
Yeah, you could fit in there.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a crawl because I'm the person who's least concerned about the state of my clothes.
Okay.
good.
And investigate a little bit, see if we can get down. Maybe I can surprise this werewolf
All right.
with a hug.
So you walk, or the grate is kind of like at your level since you're on top of the elevator. You grab the metal, comes off pretty easily. A couple of screws go flying, and then you see it. This big fan. Whoosh, 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 whoosh.
Always nice to meet a fan.
No one
No.
heard
And
that.
chops
The
your head
fan
off,
was too loud.
and you
Yeah.
meet your final death.
I've had a great time. Thanks, everyone.
Oh, it's fine.
Dog food's puns kill them at least once an
Yeah.
episode.
That's it. Done.
All right, there's just a big fan here. It's not like silver or anything.
Okay.
What do you guys want me to do? We can try and stop it, I guess. And I've got a big stick.
Have a knife.
Actually, no, let's not do that. So, how much do I have to? What is there left to investigate up here, or is this kind of a dead end?
This is mostly like there's not much else in the elevator shaft. There's like
Mhm.
the floor above you, and then it goes up, and there's other fans kind of beating into the elevator shaft. And then up top, it looks like there's another exhaust fan pulling it all out.
Pulling it all out. Okay. So, unless we want to mess with all the fans in here, I don't think this is a way in.
Okay. We'll
All
go
right.
through the front door.
Let's go through the front door like cool people.
Okay.
I'm definitely sure I'm missing something, but I'm gonna have to live with it.
Well, if you want to stop the fan and continue through that shaft, you can.
Mhm.
I,
Oh, okay.
As a storyteller, I don't want you to think that that's not something you can do. It's just a matter of how you want to stop it to continue through, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like do we? And it's definitely going too fast. I can't just time it, right?
I mean, if you have the big flail thing, we still have that, do we?
Can you give me that flail?
You left it behind, I believe.
Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, you can just take this crossbow. I to be honest, I don't think I can shoot it anyway.
Take one of the bolts.
All right, give me one of those bolts, and I'm just gonna stick it into the like I'm trying to mess with someone's
All right.
bicycle. I'm just gonna stick it in there and see if that'll stop it, or if it's
Okay.
just gonna shred this bolt.
Yeah. As you stick it in there, give me a strength check with brawl.
1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3.
There you go. That's what you do. Brawl.
I got 3 successes.
Mm-hmm. You very carefully kind of like put the stick forward into these like large rotating like fan blades. And as you do, for a moment there, it kind of seems like your arm's going to go with it, but then you hold it tight. And there's a moment where like the fan blades stop, like kind of groaning against the wood of the crossbow bolt, and then snap, it snaps and then starts rotating again.
All right. I'm going to use do I have my backpack with me?
You didn't mention bringing it,
mention
but
it.
Stick a lot
Am I
of
about to
dog
get
food.
yelled at?
one could say you have a couple of things.
All right, I'm just going to throw whatever I can at this fan to get it to stop, and I'm going to try and sneak through in that kind of second I have. Actually, why don't I just get another crossbow bolt, do the same thing again, but now that I know the timing of it, I'm going to try and sneak through while it's stopped.
Okay.
While it's grinding.
All right. So you're going to like use the crossbow bolt to catch one of the fan blades instead of using your hand.
Yeah.
And then like you're going to try to get
duck
through.
in. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. This time give me a dexterity and athletics roll.
Okay. Let's do it. Come on. Good roll. One success.
Oh Lord.
You do. You're able to like kind of grab like, you know, another crossbow bolt. You have 6 left after this one. You wedge it very quickly, catch one of the fan blades. It starts to like groan again. And then you duck underneath. And as it does, snap, the crossbow bolt snaps a little bit faster than you anticipated. You try to move fast. You don't get a chance to. One of the fan blades comes down shunk, and lands on your ankle. You manage to pull it out as it's wedged there for just a moment, but you do take 2 superficial damage.
Ew.
Okay. All right. I can deal with 2 superficial damage. That's fine.
This
So
makes
I'm
me think
gonna immediately just try and heal one of those damages because I think we're gonna get in a fight. And
So
I
you
succeed on my
rouse your
rouse
blood.
check.
Yeah, you rouse your vitae, and you see like your ankle kind of heal up, and the tendons kind of like get back into their right place. And as you like hop on that foot, you feel like it's got its integrity back.
It's getting a little bit better.
Mhm.
Okay, so what can I tell from this side of the fan?
So now that you're on the other side of the fan, you're kind of in this like very large ventilation tunnel. It occurs to you that Mortimer probably doesn't need air conditioning. So this is most likely for his guests. So using that logic, you have a pretty good idea that this tunnel probably leads to where the holding cells are.
Okay, so I'm gonna head on down to I'm gonna kind of try and a little bit subtly shout back what the situation is, and say I'm gonna go and check out the holding cells. Is there any way to shut the fan off from this side, as if it were a video game?
Give me an intelligence roll with, let's see.
Not my stat.
I don't know what video games are.
Let's do technology.
Intelligence it is. I got 1 success.
Yeah.
You see the wires going from the top of it. You
All
can
right,
follow them to where they are.
pull all
or
of
you
them.
could- yeah.
Yeah.
You reach up, you pull all of them. The fan sputters for a moment and then comes to a lull.
Oh, that's nice.
Stops, like rocks gently in place.
Okay, I'm just gonna go out and say it. Does anyone else want to come this way? I took care of the fan.
I'll go.
All right.
All right.
I can
Ulrika
try
and
my
me.
best. Are we all going? We're all going.
We're all going in the top way. No one wants to cover the front door.
The front door seems like a bad idea.
Yeah, I agree.
I was gonna.
Ulrika,
direct
do you
us.
like? I'm assuming you reach down and like help them.
Yeah. I help everyone up.
All right.
You all
I'm
stand
gonna
in this very large ventilation shaft.
take point, and I'm gonna wander down and see what we can find at the other end of this, down where the holding cells are.
Okay. You're all kind of crouched down because even though it's a pretty big ventilation shaft and you can only fit single file. And it's a little bit tight quarters. You don't have to crawl on your hands and knees, but it's a little bit tight. For the most part, I'm assuming you're trying to be pretty quiet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Elizabeth has a little bit of a hard time with it because of her pointy dress shoes. You hear the clack, 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 kind of like resonating through like
Well,
the metal pipe.
I didn't dress for climbing through shafts.
Well,
don't
to be
think
fair,
so.
you never do.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So can I see anything? Can I see like down into the holding cells or anything like that?
So you walk for quite some time. There's like a little bit of twisting and turning, and then all of a sudden there's like a drop in front of you. And as you peer over the edge, you see probably about 6 feet down, a grate. And underneath that, you think you can see off in the distance floor. And you hear it from the other side now. You hear the banging against the door, and you also hear like an ominous creak as the metal kind of starts to give way.
I think we should try and talk to him from here, where we're out of evisceration range.
Um,
I say
metal-
he. I don't think we got the gender of the werewolf.
The metal creaking is from where we're standing, like the.
from the
No, you
door.
can
Oh.
hear the door metal creak.
Oh, okay. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no.
I was thinking the shaft was about to fall and we were about to be.
No.
Oh, no.
Sorry, I was thinking too hard.
Or just hard enough.
Or just you never know. Yeah, I mean,
I'm just gonna go. Hello, Mr. or Mrs. Werewolf.
As you say this, like you hear almost a pause in the beating against the door. You hear a voice come back to you. Hello?
Hi.
Let me out of here.
Marco.
What? I'm here to negotiate with you to get you back in your cell.
And you hear it like the snuffling and movement as it tries to figure out where the voice is coming from. Where are you? Let me
That's-
out.
Say
So-
your God. Say your God.
I'm God.
Very funny. Let me out.
So look, we can't let you out for obvious reasons. If we let you out, you're gonna kill everyone, right? Am I right? Did I guess the plan?
Like you hear like a hesitation as it like kind of thinks. And then you see it like far below you through the grates. And it looks up. It doesn't see you. This is like a very Bilbo Baggins-esque moment. You're all like kind of peering down. Well, I guess just Dogfood because she's in the front over the
Someone
edge.
holding onto my feet.
Yeah, like this. And underneath you, you see like a wolf's face kind of looking up at you, like confused. It has a long scar across its snout and really matted dark gray hair that's missing in a clump from the right side of its head. And it has a notched ear there as well. And it's like very soulful eyes look up at you as you say these words. He says, I don't deserve to be a prisoner.
Ask,
How about this?
ask their name. Ask their name.
What's your name?
Why would I tell you? You've locked me up like an animal.
Good point.
Oh,
Here's the deal. I don't care whether you escape or not, as long as you don't escape tonight. So here's the deal. How about this? You get back in the cage or the cell or whatever it is. And, if anyone asks, we were really good at getting you back in there. And we tell you a way that you can get out another time a lot easier without having to like smash through a giant steel door.
He like paces back and forth. The steel door is proving to be quite a barrier.
Yes,
Yeah,
that won't work.
Yeah, you're going to need another way
Well, I've
out.
already got one of the 4 hinges off.
Oh.
Yeah, but there's 3 left, and that took you ages. And they could
You
just
notice
gas
now
you
as
or
say
something.
this, like, his hands are very kind of like slowly dripping blood onto the floor. You smell the vitae, and it's like very spicy and enticing to you.
Mhm.
And you assume this is from its banging against these
Yeah.
like metal doors. How do I know I can trust you? Your kind
mean-
are bastards.
All right, that's fair enough. I guess you don't. But here's the thing. If you don't trust us, we're just going to leave you in there anyway. And, you know, maybe we won't look so cool. Like, people won't say, look at the Court of Cups. They got the werewolf back into the jail cell. But, you know, we'll still go home. It'll be fine. Whereas this way, we give you a possible escape route for the future.
Roll your manipulation and persuasion.
Okay.
I agree with that. And if you do not believe her, you can always listen
Yeah,
to
and
me.
if you would like to talk to anyone who has better social stats, you can also do that.
I'm also, having climbed into this shaft, should be useful for something other than my loud shoes.
I got one success.
I would like to whisper Dogfood's ear, like, I could try to rationalize.
All right, why don't you talk to one of my friends who's more charming?
Yes, hello, I'm God.
Okay. So do you like try to like kind of edge your way
Yeah,
back
I'm
into
gonna
the
kind of
path?
edge back, let someone else take
Okay.
point.
You have
Good
to like
job,
kind
though.
of squeeze past each other. Who's crawling over you to like talk over the edge of the
I feel like Charlotte and I am just like, Charlotte, do you have an idea for this? I'm just going to tell him that I'm God. I don't know if that's really a good idea, but it's all I've got.
You know what? I want to see how this works with the God, with you, with God.
All right. Okay, excellent.
I think we love it.
I can pretend to be dog, which is almost the same as God.
That's true. And I like kick you back.
Let me just hold on to your feet so you don't fall in.
Kick you. Yeah, I'm just gonna
she
be
crawls over you and as like her her calf and her foot reach like your face, she like starts to like push you back
yeah.
back
I'm
into
just like,
into the access or the ventilation shaft.
I'm like, good werewolf. I didn't want to actually come into this conversation, but I feel that you must know that I am your conscience. I am your higher self.
Okay, roll your manipulation and your subterfuge.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. That is 3 successes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 3.
He like kind of like seethes, but he doesn't immediately doubt it. He says, "Oh yeah, if you're my conscience, who was I talking to before?"
You're Id.
You were talking to my compatriot named Dogfood. We, even in the higher realms, we have helpers. I feel as if you listen to us, it will be better off for you. You won't harm yourself anymore. I understand that the person that runs this place runs this establishment is a little bit uncouth, if you will. So we don't want any harm to come to you, and we don't want any harm to come to ourselves, as I am your conscience. So therefore, why don't you just give us a listen? Just give us a try. What do you have to lose?
Mm-hmm. Roll a charisma and persuasion this time. I believe you actually have a specialty with your persuasion.
I do.
When it comes to victims.
I do.
I would say as a prisoner, maybe even a wrongful prisoner, this werewolf, I would consider it a victim.
Okay. All right, let's see. Okay. That is 1, 2. That's only 2 successes, but I'm going to use my willpower to re-roll.
Okay. So you can roll up to 3 black die.
Yeah. Okay, so that's better. That's 4 successes.
Mm-hmm. You notice he like stops seething and clenching his fists. Little blood drops stop like spraying the ground underneath his clenched, gnarled fist. And as he like kind of like loosens up a little bit, and he says, "How do I know if I get back in the cell I won't be hurt again?"
And I'll kind of be like, well, you don't, but I'm giving you a better option than just waiting to be heard.
They're gonna
again.
bleed me again. They've been using my blood for God knows what. They're gonna send that terrible man in here and they're gonna bleed me dry. Drop by drop. At least this way I go out fighting.
Well, we have information for you that can help you get out of here. We've just been through the whole house. We can help you. There's ways that you can escape, and if we tell you, we just ask you to wait until we are out and your master is back.
It's not my master. He'll never be my master.
Whatever.
He kind of walks to one of the cells you can see in the peripheral of this porthole. This makeshift porthole. He puts his hand thoughtfully on the bars and opens it. He's like, it took me a long time to slowly beat my way out of the last one. And then you notice it. There's a metal door that's been or not really a door, but there's one of those jail doors.
Yeah.
That's been knocked off its hinges and it's on the ground, and you see the twisted metal from where it was. He puts his hand thoughtfully on another one and thinks about opening it. I don't want to be caged like an animal anymore.
I mean, none of us really do, but at this point, your options are to listen to me, your conscience, and give you another option, or just continue beating and harming yourself, and that doesn't get you anywhere. Look at you. You're all beat up. It's very sad. Also, I'd like to not be in this shaft anymore.
So what if we let him go? Because he seems like he is really hurting.
They'll know that it was us.
We are giving him the information to save himself. That's the best that we can do.
It's like teaching a man to fish.
I think you're right.
Let a werewolf escape. He'll escape one day. Teach a werewolf to escape, and he can escape, loads of times.
We'll show him this shaft, tell him about the fan. I'm sure he can take the rest of it into his own paws.
Mm-hmm. He sighs, and you see, like I said, at the very edge of the circle, a door kind of swing open. You see the very edge of it, and you see his figure disappear. And then you hear it clang shut with a click.
All right, we're going to come down now and show you how to get out of here. Do you promise, pinky promise, pinky paw promise not to kill us?
I thought you were my conscience.
Oh, I was fibbing. I'm sorry.
The treachery of vampires knows no bounds. And he kind of shakes the bars a little bit.
I'll go down.
Okay.
We, kind of have we can have a dog accord, I guess.
So I'm gonna go down back through the ventilation shaft, or
no? I'm just gonna drop down the shaft.
So you drop down the shaft. Like I said, it's about 6 feet down.
Mm-hmm.
You have to jump a few times, but it's not hard for you. You're very strong.
Mm-hmm.
Ventilation shaft gives way, and flump, you land. Somewhat graciously, about 10 feet below you. And as you look up, you notice that, the way the shaft is constructed, there's a brick wall, and there's a very small, kind of metal outcropping with a circle of metal that's kind of somewhat recessed into the ceiling above you. And it's about I want to say about 8 to 9 feet off the floor.
Okay. So, hi. People call me Dogfood.
Is that supposed to be some type of joke?
I don't love it, to be honest.
I think it's funny.
Yeah, they think it's funny. Look, so here's the deal. There's a ventilation system above this place. You see up there where I came down? If you can get up there, you can get into the elevator shaft. You can get all the way up. I mean, you can literally go down into the elevator and just take the elevator up. It's going to be fine. And make a run for it from there. I'm sure you're pretty quick. You can probably get out without any problems. We can even tell you the layout of the building. If you want, we can even leave a rope or something for you so you can just climb up that shaft. We can make it out of your bed sheets. or the bed sheets of one of the other cells. Just act like you tore them up or something.
Okay.
All we ask is that you do it like in a few
Tomorrow.
nights and you
Or
cover it up.
Do it during the day when all of
Doing the day would be perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, however you escape again next time, daytime. That's what I'd do.
It's kind of hard
mean,
to tell
that's
if
not
it's
what
night
I
or
do.
day in here. Look around you. You look
Oh, it's
around
night.
you.
It's
Yeah,
nighttime. That's why
night.
all the vampires are here.
Do any of us have
Right.
a watch? That
Yeah,
we
do you want to
can
leave? Like, we can leave you like a. I've got like a burner phone that's got the time on it. It's a Nokia 3310. Like the battery on this thing is going to last for about 6 years, so you can have that, so you can tell what time it is.
His
I feel
hand
like
reaches out.
I'm gonna go ahead and slide this. I hope you don't mind.
Mm,
I'm gonna slide this towards you. I think you're gonna try and kill me, right? Like if I just like pass you the phone.
I
you're gonna
hadn't
kill me.
decided yet.
Well, I'm gonna slide anyway. Give it a slide towards him.
He takes it.
Don't worry about it. I got loads. Yeah. So do you want us
you
to?
could even call your werewolf friends.
You could call your werewolf. Do any of your friends have phones? I don't know.
Yes, we have phones.
I don't know anything about werewolves. I'm sorry.
I
don't know
can
if-
tell.
I don't know if that's offensive or not.
I know a lot about your types.
Yeah, everyone knows about us, though. You know, like, yeah, fire, sunlight, decapitation. It's all the usual shit. Stuff that works on humans.
I don't like messes.
Yeah, she doesn't like mess. There you go. That's some new vampire information for you.
I really thought she was my conscience. And I was like, why is my conscience that annoying, high-pitched voice?
Yeah, she's not your conscience, I'm afraid. Which is
But
probably.
I wasn't
understand
sure.
it.
I've been in here so long. I'm so low. Like, they took so much of my blood. I thought maybe I was losing my... I don't know. Not that stupid, you know.
No, I don't think it's stupid. You seem very nice. And I don't think it's right for you to be locked up here. So, you know, you can call your werewolf buddies there. Daytime. They'll come and get you. And we'll just leave. Like, no one will trace it back to us, is the thing. Because
I don't know where I am. When they brought me here, they put a bag on my head.
oh, you're in Bellevue. So go ahead and fuck anything up on the way out. It's all going to be. Nobody will tell. Like, really mess up a Tesla on the way out.
Yeah. Just like.
Yeah, just go nuts. No wrong
Often-
answers.
No wrong answer.
Street Fighter bonus round. Do that.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're doing this, but
Because we had to get you back in the cell, and if we tried to fight you, you would have killed us.
Also, no one deserves to be in a cage.
And also, no one deserves to be. We keep people in cages all the time, and it's not the time. All right.
I'm your conscience right now.
Yeah, she's my conscience now. We keep vampires in cages. Like,
We
that's
don't
fine.
bleed
We're all
them.
agreed you can keep. We're all agreed you can keep vampires in cages.
We
Are
don't
we having a
bleed
accord
them.
here?
This isn't sportly.
Yeah.
That's fine.
This isn't sportly. So I guess we're just gonna go now. Good luck with your escape. You know, when you escape, I would ask, don't look us up. That would be great. And
Also,
yeah,
please hide that burner phone.
Also,
try not-
if you ever come across us in the outside world, please, you owe us.
Yeah, put in a good
or
word.
yeah,
Yes.
don't kill us. That'd be great.
Yes,
Like,
yeah,
tell
You know,
all your werewolf friends that we're cool.
we're cool.
Yeah, the quarter cups is cool. Tell them that we're cool.
We're
Well,
cool.
he didn't know how to Google us before then.
Well, come by for a cup of coffee. You know, it's open. It's open to the public.
Yeah, just don't kill us. That's what we ask. I'm gonna go. It was really nice meeting you. As I say, I answer sort of reluctantly to Dogfood. If you do ever stop by. Yeah, seems like you have everything you need. I'm gonna go out. Can someone let me out the front? Just realized I'm sort of
Don't answer.
trapped in here.
Make dog food think we left.
I'm gonna be really upset if no one opens the front door. I was very
you just
brave of
hear
me to come
Elizabeth
down here,
maniacally laughing. That's all.
guys.
behind her, you hear like a playful little snicker from
Yeah.
Alice.
If you see,
Your Majesty, you are oh so clever.
I know, aren't I?
With the mental tortures you inflict upon your enemies. Truly, it is a mystical, just.
if you want to kill that one on the
wonderful.
way out, I would really consider it a favor.
Usually, I kill kindred on sight.
Yeah, that one in particular, I would go for. She'll be doing. She's into Alice in Wonderland. I don't know. Someone let me out,
Goth
please.
phase.
I guess we go
Fine.
out the
We'll
other
go out and then let Dogfood out.
Yeah,
I guess. You rotate.
I slowly rotate the thing.
Mhm.
I take the longest possibly
Yeah.
I can. Yeah.
And as
All
you
right.
do, like the door groans a little bit and you have to like kind of struggle to open it. And you do notice like one of the hinges has been like completely like kind of busted. So the door hangs at like kind of a little bit of an awkward angle now. It's not like a submarine door. It's not that thick. It's more of just like, thin sheet metal.
Yeah.
All right. It was really nice meeting you. Well, bye. Have a nice time. I hope they give you something to read.
Yes.
It's
Maybe.
Harvey.
Hi,
Oh,
Harvey. That's nice.
Thank you, Harvey. Also, again, make sure to take the cell phone with you so that they can't trace any of this back to us, because
we would
I
really
think
appreciate that.
we get in a
Don't
lot
put
of
the cell
trouble.
phone.
All right. Okay. Bye, Harvey. Nice to meet you.
Don't
again.
really want to get staked again, All
Yeah.
right, bye.
You close the door, rotate it a few times. The lock clicks into place. Get into the elevator.
Do you think we should see if that lady wants any help with the torture? I really want to know how she does the shadow thing. I'm keen to ingratiate myself.
You should not see us again. We should leave.
We should just take a peek.
What?
I
If you two want to go
in favor of taking a peek.
All right, Ulrika are going to sit upstairs in the lobby and sip whatever those blood teenies are.
Yeah. Maybe I could just drink right from the fount if the college people are still there.
Oh, you'd love those college people.
Well, they love me.
Yeah, you guys can go and check on Bubba. I'm just gonna check on the crazy torture lady.
Yeah, you and Charlotte.
I feel like there's no way this can go wrong.
You and Charlotte go right ahead.
I'm slightly concerned that I'm the only one who agrees with you, and that is a problem on its own.
Look, there's a first time for everything.
Your adventures are always great.
I'm curious. I'll go with you.
Yeah.
So the elevator creaks up to sub basement 2. Dogfood and Dr. Charlotte get out. Ulrika and Elizabeth stay on. And it's the, elevator continues its ascent towards the first floor, the ground floor. As you, walk towards the end of the hall, you notice the water is no longer coming out at a steady trickle. There is still some standing water there, but it's not getting worse.
I'm gonna knock politely on the door. Go, hello.
What?
We just wanted to leave our card. Maybe you could stop by. We have a coffee shop. I'm networking.
You don't hear anything on the other side.
All right. Well, I mean, I can't leave it on the floor because the floor's wet. So I'm just gonna come in and leave it on a table or something. Is that okay? I can help with the torture if you want. I don't think you need help, but
there's silence on the other side.
I'm gonna come in and just leave. And Charlotte, can I have a card? I don't carry the cards. Thank you.
Here you go.
I'm just gonna, and I open the door and go in.
Mm-hmm. As you open the door, once again, there's that single flickering fluorescent light bulb. You notice the giant tank in front of you has been drained, and this time, the arms of her blazer are rolled up, and the figure in the chair is kind of sitting limp, and she's holding her back is facing you. She's holding a sledgehammer over her shoulders and kind of resting.
Oh, we're going for the sledgehammer. That's very nice. Always a good follow-up to drowning. I say, here's the card. I don't want to bother you. I don't want to get in your way. I could claw him a bit if you think it's time for some claws.
As you say that, she whirls around and in one clean motion flings the sledgehammer. It embeds itself in the wall very close to you, right next to the door frame. And she just crosses her arms.
All right. Here's the card. It was really nice to meet you. People call me Dogfood. You know, you're very cool. Bye.
Ta.
And I'm
That's
going to
it?
leave. Yeah, that's it. I just want to leave the card. It's balls in her court.
Do you place the card on top of the sledgehammer half embedded in the wall?
Yeah, that's exactly where I'm going to put it. Yeah.
You know what? I'm starting to regret this.
Oh, it's fine. We're still alive. We're good.
Yeah, but
See
you
you
guys
later.
are where we live.
We're on Google.
Well,
Like,
people
we're on
don't know
Yelp,
that we
like-
are at the Court of Cups. Like, if they're looking for a cup of coffee, if they Google cup of coffee, it doesn't say kill these vampires or whatever.
Yeah, we're the Court of Cups. If you need someone to help out
Shady
with
front
anything.
for Vampire Haven. It's
Yeah,
right
we're
there.
a shady
Right on
shady
front.
front for a vampire haven.
That's what one of
Yeah.
our drinks is called.
One of your
Yeah.
Yelp reviews
Shady
does
front.
indeed say that. One of your reviews, 1 star. Coffee is utterly terrible.
Shady
They
front.
open really late in the day, and they're open really late into the night. I don't know who's drinking coffee at 1 a.m. in the morning. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't sell coffee at all, and if this was just a shady front for vampires. LOL, smiley face.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna
yeah,
leave it.
people know us. Anyway, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna step in and grab that card and just like
No, leave the
discreetly
card. Leave the card. Do you want to annoy this lady by taking the card away?
Are you gonna stop me? Are we gonna have like a weird fight in front of this lady?
Why do you always do this in front of company? Why are you trying to embarrass me?
Please, just pan up to Elizabeth and Ulrika just like drinking in the lobby, just like,
Yeah, you're having like martinis.
yeah.
Constantine has
say
mixed
to
you a
Elizabeth,
fresh batch.
Yeah, I believe in your day that wasn't there like a person that ran the elevators or whatever? Like,
Oh yes,
thing? Yeah.
yes. The elevator Bobby.
Did you have to like tip them? Or like how did, like was it weird?
I mean, no, you can always throw them a coin or two, and they're usually
Yeah.
down and out sorts. Unless you're in a higher end establishment, and then they have to carry your bags and
Oh,
make sure that
interesting.
take all of your needs are taken care of.
Constantine hits you with a low bow and says, "I'm so sorry, ma'am. I am but one person. I wish I could serve you more to your satisfaction. Perhaps another night."
Oh no, this was lovely. Please tell your master that we took care of everything and did an excellent job, and that if he ever needs a favor, that the Court of Cups will welcome him with open arms.
Veritably.
I'm gonna head upstairs too.
Yeah, I left the card.
I think we're done.
Yeah.
Lights
yes, here come
flicker
our-
again
here come-
ominously as you leave.
Here come our compatriots now, and we will get out of your hair. Did you happen to see Bubba out there, the large dog?
Yes, he is standing watch over her. She is standing watch over her quarry. And if you
See
peek
it.
outside, you will see a very large dog sitting very proudly panting next to a line of 4 drunk college students.
Oh my god!
Do one
That
of
was a good
does,
girl.
does one of them smell like whiskey?
All of them smell like something. You get a hint of Jaeger, Fireball.
No.
Do you need their
no.
minds wiped, or are you on that already?
Or like if they're gonna die, I can just take something to go, right?
Well, I would prefer for them not to die.
Oh.
This is sort of like a exchange program.
Oh.
Return for money.
Oh,
Oh.
We're in the wrong business.
yeah. That's becoming clearer and clearer with each passing day. All right, I'm gonna go and give Bubba a good scratch because she's a good girl and she herded the college students extremely well. I feel like she really rolled a crit on this one. I mean, you're a good girl, aren't you? Aren't you a good girl?
She barks appreciatively. And as
Yeah.
you as you walk out to the front steps where she's sitting with the college boys lined up,
Mhm.
you notice the van has been, thrown in reverse and like removed, and the gates have been like precariously kind of brought back onto their tracks.
All right, kids, get in the van.
What?
Woof.
Uh,
Get in the van.
Okay, I'm going. And they all kind of get up and kind of saunter over. Riley was supposed to drive, but I don't know if Riley should. You see Riley with his head between his knees, vomiting.
Riley, get in the back.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Riley kind of gets up. He's like, I'm sorry. Oh, man. I'm really sorry.
Constantine, do you have someone else to drive them? I think this Riley fellow is a little worse for wear.
Can you rationalize someone sober?
No. Because it's an intoxicating effect, you could probably get them to like stop acting like an ass, but their
right.
motor function would still be impaired. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh no, don't
Especially
be
because they're
sorry.
half drunk and half drunk.
Yeah. I got a little low blood sugar.
A little spacey.
All right, do you want me to drive? I'm going to drive these guys back to the college campus and then just dump them out.
Oh, that would be appreciated. Yes.
Yeah,
that'd be
sure.
Perfect.
That's fine.
And I will take Miss Alice in hand here. Miss
and
Alice,
decapitate her. That would be
Side
great.
eyes.
That's a very
Mm.
funny joke, Dogfood. Thank you for being so humorous. You served my court well. Thank you. Yes, Alice. Remember, the roses are supposed to be red. Don't touch them.
I will remember. Does this mean I've served admirably, Queen?
Yes, you
Does this
have.
mean you'll send me home? Ever
Yes.
since I fell down that hole, I've been here for ever so long.
Yes. You will be sent home.
Tell her
As
she is
soon-
home.
As soon as I snap my fingers, you will be home.
She closes her eyes and braces herself. Well, hello, everyone. How are you today?
Oh, hi. We're great.
I hope you enjoyed the performance. I always love to meet adoring fans. How are you all?
Yeah, we're great. It was a
Cool.
really good
That
performance. I
performance
enjoyed
was
it a lot.
great. We're
Thank you. If you need autographs or have any questions for myself or any of the other cast members, please let us know. And she like takes your hand in hers, Ulrika, and like gets ready to do a bow.
Okay, cool. We're gonna bow.
And she like does the bow, and then she like crosses her legs and does it again.
Cool. Yeah, we did a great job. This is great. Very
Yeah.
entertaining.
Constantine like very confusedly claps.
I
Yeah.
clap as well.
You have fun with her, Constantine. She's a real firecracker. She's lots of entertainment there.
He just like sighs. He's like, I just hope the master gets back quickly.
Yeah, you and me both. You know what? You deserve a couple of days off, Constantine. I'm going to go ahead and say that.
Thank you, sir. Madam.
Madam. Yeah. Fucking right.
Also, if you ever need any coffee, just make sure to come by the quarter cups.
You know what it is? It's because your avatar is on the screen for me. I'm just thinking it's Patrick. All right. So you drive, Dogfood, you drive all of the drunk college students back to campus.
With
Drop
Bubba
them off
terrorizing them
benefit.
in the back seat.
Yeah. Bubba's actually pretty playful, but she's making sure they stay in their seats with their seatbelts on. She's a very good dog. You make it there with a, completely uneventful. Drop them off in front of the dorms. They're tired. They don't put up much of a fight. They go straight to sleep. And you head back to Court of Cups. You all sit and it once again in Dr. Charlotte's office where it all began.
Well, that was fun. I didn't get to talk to as many dogs as I like, but made a new werewolf friend.
Yeah, do you
Yes.
think that's going to come back and get us in trouble?
Oh, no. I'm sure that's fine.
Nothing we ever do ever comes back to haunt us.
He's going to like us. We were really nice. We helped him escape.
What was his name? Henry?
Harvey.
Harvey.
I'll write that down.
Well, how was I at being his conscience?
I thought you
Sorry.
were an exceptional conscience.
You
as
also
always.
did a good performance. You
Mhm.
should also take a bow.
I think we all get a clap.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to.
Excellent job.
And it is with this self-affirming clap that we will draw tonight's chronicle to a close. Thank
Yay.
you so much for joining us for this Court of Cups one shot. I hope you enjoyed the zaniness of this coterie as much as I did. Let's go around and have everybody introduce themselves just one last time. Tabitha, take it away.
I'm Tabitha Sheehan. I work for Child's Play. I play Ulrika Draeger, and she is a bruja who is a hacker and very charismatic.
Awesome. Lidija.
I play Dr. Charlotte Lamb. I work for Penny Arcade. I play Dr. Charlotte Lamb, who's a Macavian. She eats organs and a psychiatrist.
Holly.
I'm Holly, and I stream at We Crowing Hens, and I'm Holly Conrad around the internet. And I play Elizabeth Wonder, who is a vampire wine mom, owns a coffee shop, and hates Starbucks.
Patrick.
My name is Patrick Groome of Patrick_Groome fame, and I play Dogfood of Clan Gangrel, who likes dogs, long walks, and kissing cute boys.
And I am Jasmine, that bronze girl Bhullar. You can find me as full-time streaming on twitch.tv, as well as doing various other RPGs around Twitter and the internet. I guess the RPGs are not on Twitter, but you get the gist. But before we call it to a close for this night, who was the most vampire? Who was the MVP? The most vampire player?
Oh.
I don't know.
I think probably Ulrika.
Yeah, I want to say
Me?
Ulrika.
Yeah, I
being
think
What did I
being the
do?
Queen was pretty good.
Yeah.
You subjugated Dogfood once again.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very,
I'm gonna say most vampire.
Inuyasha moment with Sit Boy. It worked,
Sit boy.
you know.
Yeah.
It's a
Cruel.
pretty vampy moment.
was good.
I didn't
All
want
right.
Alice to go bananas with the shears.
No,
Yeah,
she
well,
was
that's
really
fair.
on my fucking last nerve.
I know. Not saying she wasn't on my nerve too, but I was trying to handle it.
Yeah.
I think she grew on you towards the end, like a mole.
Not me, no.
Like a mold or like a
I was-
fungus or a mold or
I
yeah.
was just ready to push her in front of the werewolf, like at any moment.
Yeah.
I
You know,
thought
just push
she
her
was
down the
lovely.
shaft.
Yeah.
I was thinking about using her as a distraction, like push her down the shaft and then open the big door and shooting full of crossbow. I was thinking
Always trying to kill all of Dr. Charlotte's potential friends and clients.
Yeah, I thought she
Sorry.
was great. She was interesting, charming. Like,
My new policy, I see a Malkavian, I'm just taking that Malkavian down.
No.
watch out.
All right.
Tough
I
on
guess,
Malkavians,
this
tough
is
on
where
the
we
causes.
this is where we hit him with the fangs and the teeth, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah.
do it.
1, 2, 3.